ahead.
Okay. Where last we left off, you guys had made your way deep within the Lost Peaks, having ventured through more than a few terrors. In the middle of making your way down, you came across a particular unknown alien entity that seemed to breed like insectoids. They had the bodies of spiders and the heads of eels, and nearly took out your party, if not for the happenstance of a strong halfling who more or less helped to save your hides. He shared with you he was from a city that you guys had never heard of, or was escorting a caravan on a way to a city you had never heard of when he was attacked by a necromancer and his minions and teleported into an unknown world through a portal in a lake. You ledged down there. You had found the waters you were working for, Kay, and had set your packed weapon upon a nearby ledge, which allowed for Rivalova, your warlock patron, to manifest in shadowy vapors before the rest of the party. She shared with you that she was once a powerful archmage of the Ethereal Empire, and had saw the fall of magic and the folly of man happen not once, but twice. First in Karsus's folly, and the second in the spell plague. She shared with you that she sought to undo knots and miscalculations within the fabric of the weave, allowing for magic to flow freely, and, if at all possible, to prevent the next spell plague from happening again. She shared with you the secret of the pools, allowing you each to see things that your heart desired to see. The last of these she looked to see was something called a nether scroll, which Kay you asked the pools to help you find. However, when asking this of the pools, a vision manifested within the water of a strange old man hiding deep in Undermountain. The mad mage Hallister Blackcloak, half naked, covering himself, showed you the nether scroll and challenged you to come and find it deep within the halls of Undermountain if you wish to claim a grand prize for yourselves. We left you a parting gift with a zap of magic that seemed to go through the lake itself, through the waters itself. It awoke a powerful beast within the corner of the cavern itself, a creature known as Bahir, which breathes lightning and eats dragons for breakfast. You fled as fast as you could, attempting to steal the door behind you, fuddling a little bit with the word, but eventually managing to get it, and have sealed the door and fled from the Lost Peaks. Now, I know you guys had talked amongst yourselves about returning to the city, but I will remind you that the travel back to the city of Waterdeep from the Lost Peaks is about 15 days. If there's some discussions you would like to have while along the road, or some place you would like to stop along the way, that would be your opportunity. Besides that, what would you guys like to do?
Um, I'd like to find a jewel shop and exchange some of my gold for a bag of 1050 gold worth of gems.
Okay. In the interest of time, you can find one probably within Yarder on the way back.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm.
I mean, Kay's gonna suggest that we head to the to get the Nether Scroll, but that's his personal goal.
Um, the I'm kind of fine with anything. Does Draloff want to follow his Lego, or does oh god damn it, Julie looking to attempt to
On the Pelort.
yeah.
Julie was. I was thinking of having Julie stop at that grave and leave a sign with for his friend that he has information, but it's not enough. I need to dig more. So Julie's going to wait, bide his time. He's content to go back to Waterdeep. He wants to
Sorry.
ruminate on that vision down in his cave.
His cave.
We're heading to this mountain. Can anybody tell me what dangers should we face?
I'm afraid that's something that I don't even know, so I have no
Trevelyan will just
information to
cackle
share.
and say, yes.
Those of you who are from Faerun may make history checks to see what you know about Undermountain. Aver, was Tab going to listen in tonight? Good roll.
I don't know. I can message him real quick. I know he said he wanted to, so let me see.
So, Aver, or I should say Kay, you especially are familiar with at least some of the base history behind Undermountain. Originally, the mountain itself lie upon the ruins of an ancient elven uh, uh, empire. Although much of that elven empire and its history have been more or less lost to time, there's rumors to be lost dwarven ruins underneath Undermountain somewhere as well. What you know about the recent history of Undermountain is some old mage known as Hallister Blackcloak took 7 apprentices with him deep into the mountain, and the depths of the mountain are said to be close to the fabric of the weave itself, and Hallister is said to have tapped into that power in order to significantly empower himself. However, in the process, he has slowly gone mad and has, throughout the many, many halls of Undermountain, there are all sorts of unknown dangers pulled from the multiple vast reaches of the universe, crammed into these strange halls and twisting turns.
So that's what's going on down there.
Yeah, and we
What's
want to
up?
go there. Why?
As far as
Okay.
I know, it's this just a scroll
Except
that can get me back
scroll.
home.
And it might have some pretty good treasure and powerful artifacts in there as well.
Something Undermountain is also known to possess.
You know, I will nudge Julie. Powerful,
And
magical
Julie
artifact.
Julie nods in understanding and appreciation for that, and asks, "Who can, this is the place. This is the pit in the middle of the bar. Is that what we're talking about?"
The most known entrance, there are many, but the most known entrance, the most popular entrance into Undermountain is within the Yawning Portal, which has been run. I'm drawing a blank here. I'm going to pull up that map so I can remember his name. Which has been run for years by Durnan. Durnan is known to have adventured into Undermountain himself. In fact, it is said that he wandered down there for over 100 years before crawling back up and running the place like nothing ever changed.
All right, that's what Julie wants to know. Is he wants to know who we can talk to before we go down to kind of get an idea as to what to expect and maybe how to prepare. So off to the awning portal at Julie's next opportunity to speak to Durden.
I'm okay with that. But on the way, I want to stop by the potion shop. Can't think of the name of it, and see if they have any healing potions for purchase.
Okay, the one nearby the tavern itself?
Yes.
Okay. They do have a couple of healing potions. They have one greater healing potion as well, which they'd be willing to sell for 250 gold. And they have, at the moment, 3 regular healing potions, which they would be willing to sell you for 50 gold a pop.
I will buy all 4.
Okay. I will add, if you guys have decided to return to Waterdeep itself, when you get back to the tavern has been placed under temporary management by a friend, unless you guys decide otherwise, this is how I'm running the story, has been contracted to be managed while you guys were gone by an old friend of Durden's, an old dwarf, easily 170 years old, with graying hair, balding on the top, but his beard has been very neatly tied into a knot, and he is known as Nutton Strongjaw, though most folks just call him Old Nutty. And helping to manage the bar are 2 young girls, both humans.
Oh, and all of a sudden I'm in middle school again.
And then helping him are 2 young girls, both humans, both redheads with freckles. One is named Celia, one is named Julia.
All I had to say was 2 young redheads, and I'm sold. They can run
That's
the
what I was gonna
bar.
And for what it's worth, the mechanical beholder is hanging up above the bar, in the first floor, and has been retrofitted with what looks like disco lights.
Wait, did we ever get the one robot guy fitted so he could run around yet? I don't think we ever did we?
I'll
We
argue
never-
that if
we
that's
never
what
got
you
'em
wanted to do,
fixed.
yeah. I'll argue that with the cost that you've afforded to, that if you wanted to get him fixed to run the place, you have, and he's helping to serve as a barman.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
It's a bit nutty.
Welcome back, sirs.
So I'm new to this town. Is there an armorer or someplace I can
Right outside.
armor around here?
You're directed to an armor shop by these companions. That is nearby within the alleyway that has been run by both a fire and a water genasi, which is going to be over here.
There is where I'd like to go to purchase some new armor.
I will travel with him.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Drinking.
You want to find Durden?
Okay. Julie heads off to the yawning portal. What about you, Singe?
I'll go with Julie, by the way. So
Okay, sorry, forgot about
Oh
you.
wait,
Yep.
before we split, we have one. I'm looking at my sheet. We have one item that we have not distributed: the amulet of health. Have we decided who's going to get that?
I would say Kent.
and my vote was
Or
for
Singe, sorry.
Singe.
I think the healer should have the most hit points, honestly. So I'm gonna go for Singe.
Well, the
Kent, you there?
concentration will help him in battles too.
That works for me. All right, so Singe, I'm just going to mark it now. Is that attuned, Kelly?
That is, I would assume that if he takes it, I Kent hadn't said anything. I assume he's AFK.
No, I'm
I'll
here,
assume
I'm here.
then.
I'm
Oh, okay.
thinking about what I'm trying to do in the town.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you're wearing a necklace.
If you decide to accept it, just make a note of it, and then you can change a character's constitution to 19, and it should automatically update your hit points. If it doesn't, let me know.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me put this. You add a link to that, right? Somewhere.
It'll be down in the magic items folder.
Thank you, and that's oh wait.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, before, because we may want to do this as a group. So speak to Durden, that is. So before we do that, Julie actually looks right. He's rummaging through the bag to get you the amulet. He realizes he's got a bunch of stuff that we kind of need to unload, and a couple of pieces are going to need appraisals. So Kelly, I don't know where you would go to get something appraised.
That depends on what it is you're trying to appraise.
Well, we've got the Crown of Madness. Need to unload that. That's probably worth something. Even, I mean, boil it down. You know, it's worth the gold in jewels anyway.
Sure. So, because I will say it depends on how it is you're going to try to sell it. Are you going to try to sell it as a normal item? Or are you going to try to market it as a magic item?
Well, I'm gonna be upfront with what it is. It's definitely a magical item. It also has, historical value. It's ancient dwarf stuff, but it is cursed. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sell someone a cursed item and not let them know it's cursed.
Sure. So
I'm looking for like I don't know, a collector or someone who would pay a premium despite it being cursed.
So, for your benefit, in Xanathar's Guide to Everything, there's a section there called Downtime Revisited. There's sections there for both buying and selling a magic item. So if you're going to market it as a magic item, we're basically going to go by the rules of that, which is you have to spend 25 gold and 1 work week in order to try to sell it and spread word of the desired sale. And then from there, you make a persuasion check to determine what kind of offer comes in for it.
Oh,
Kelly,
great.
how do I actually add that?
Add the amulet.
Yeah.
Just make a note on the bio of your character sheet, just so you know that that's what it is. You might make a note of what your original constitution is.
Right.
You know what? I wonder if I could do it this way. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
While I'm thinking about that,
Let me just. Oh shit.
let me try something real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah. Times 14. Oh shit. I'm sorry.
It's already changed. All right, that worked. Cool, and it's highlights it too. Neat. I didn't know I could do that. That works. All right. I just dragged and dropped it from there into your inventory, and you'll notice if you look at your constitution, that blue 19 with the asterisks, that
Yeah.
lets you know, hey, that's what's changing your shit.
Now, does that not affect the hit points or no?
It does affect your hit points. For instance, if I were to turn that off from the equipped, you go from 41. Well, it's supposed to
That's
affect your hit points.
why I asked.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. Nobody does that. So you currently get 2, goes up to 19. So it's kind of a bummer that it doesn't affect your hit points retroactively. You're at 6. Your con goes up to having a +2 to a +4 modifier, which means you gain an additional 2 hit points for every level you've acquired. So past level 1. So the additional 5 levels gives you an additional 10 hit points. Nope, I take that back because it affects for level 1 as well.
Yep.
So it should give you an additional 12 hit points. So you should be going from 41 with the amulet equipped to 53.
Okay.
You have more HP than I do.
So,
Right.
and then if you decide to unequip it, we can
Well,
retroactively.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That item again?
Amulet of Health. All right.
Kelly,
And then,
what was? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was about to ask what we were going back to you.
All right.
What-
What was the alternative if I don't sell it as a magic item? What's the other rules that we're going to use?
Then you would try to just sell it under its raw value, which would just be the gold and the gems, which I would say would probably be worth about 200 gold.
Oh hell no! Let's go for the magic item sale.
Okay.
So it's 25 gold out of my pocket. No problem.
25 gold in a pocket, and it's going to take a week to find a buyer. Week worth of work.
That's all right. Not going
So,
anywhere just yet. Alrighty. And then wait, there was something else too. The adamantine chainmail.
okay.
I'd be wearing that.
Yeah. I was
Who's
going
wearing
to say
it?
Singe.
Singe is wearing it.
Oh, I thought there was an issue with the size. That it was dwarf size.
Oh,
He can get
there
it
is.
retrofitted, and I'm not going to worry about getting
No.
it resized.
All right, fair enough. I'll just mark it down. It's in Singe's equipment. Okay, and then the rest of the stuff, it's player handbook value less a certain percentage. I think we said like half value or something like that.
Half value. If you got it out of a dungeon, it's half the value of the buyer's price.
Yeah, at this point, it's just 8 great axes. We're gonna get rid of those.
Yep. So whatever the base
okay.
value of the great axe is, divided by half, times 8 divided by half. So
All right, I'm gonna sell that.
So base value of a great axe is 30 gold. If you have 8 of them, 30 times 8.
120 gold. Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, who else was going where? I know you were talking about going to Durnan. Vigo, you said you were heading to the armorers.
And I'm tagging along.
Okay, you two make your way towards the armorers. Vigo, the two armorers there, the fire genasi and the weaponsmith is named Embik, and the water genasi is named Avi. He's an armor smith. They're both men.
Hey.
Hello?
Oh, shopkeeps. I'm looking for armor.
Avi raises his hand and says, I can help you with that. What are you looking to market for?
Yes, looking to get some made for myself.
You cut out there. I didn't quite catch what you said.
I think he said he was looking to get some made for himself.
Sorry, I'm looking to get some splint mail made for myself.
Oh, splint mail. Well, we have some ready. We can tidy it around your size.
So what price are you charging for the split mail?
Just a sec. Splint mail will run you 200 gold.
Good man. Is that the best you can do? Look at me.
Sir.
Mail. I'm half the materials. Suit. Cost you that much, nor take that long. On top of that, for now, I would like to put as a trade.
He says,
So maybe
if
we
you
can do
trade
better
with-
on that price.
He says, if you're willing to trade the chainmail you're currently wearing, I can offer you the splint at a discount to 125.
Was that the price you would charge for, say, a human, a normal sized person?
Ambik steps forward and says, we charge based on the price of the item, not on who looks to buy.
What I'm saying is, suit of splint mail for a human would be double the materials. Therefore, that price. But for me,
Make a persuasion check.
okay.
125 gold with the chainmail traded. You can take it or leave it.
He'll take it, and I'll drop 125 gold on the table.
Okay.
I will take it, although, friend, I can pay for it myself. We have not known each other that long to be generous gifts.
I can't get you home dead now, can I? Take the suit.
All right.
Well, I'm saying I have the gold for myself.
And I run a tavern with these clowns.
And the split mail is kind of placed haphazardly, but you are retrofitted for it. Let me just set up the split mail in your armory here real quick.
Kind of look at you with a smile and say, well, hell, if you're footing a bill, a suit of plate mail would be that much more protected.
Except I don't have that much gold, unfortunately.
I kid, friend. I kid. Thank you. I appreciate the generosity.
And I will ask how much a +1 shield would be as well. Out of curiosity.
They do not have one available for sale, and for looking for that one, or for looking for the purchase of magic items, we're also going to be going by Xanathar's guide for that, which is
Character that would take somebody with a lot of
you have to
vision
spend at
and
least
a lot of money.
You have to spend at least 1 work week of effort and 100 gold in expenses. You can spend more time and money to increase your chances of finding a magic item. That said, when you invest these, you may not find the magic item specifically you're looking for, just different magic items that different sellers might be offering. Magic items, even in the city of Waterdeep, there are some magic items that are somewhat easy to come by, and but mostly in consumables, especially like spell scrolls and potions, some potions. But for things even like a +1 shield or a +1 sword or something along those lines, those are a lot harder to come by. So in order to get a hold of those, just for purchase, you have to invest some time and money. So again, going by Xanathar's guide, at least 100 gold in expenses and at least 1 week's worth of time to find magic items for sale. You make a persuasion check. Determining on how well you do on the check will determine on the magic items that you find available for sale. And I'm going to tell you right now, in order to even have a chance of finding a +1 weapon or shield for sale, you would have to invest that time and money and get at least a 26 on the persuasion check.
The table that has the +1 shield or the +1 weapons is way down there.
Yeah.
So what are we likely to get through this process? In other words, is it worth the time?
Depends on how much time and
And the
money you want to
risk.
invest in it. Yeah. It's a risk, and it depends on how much time and money you want to invest.
Weapons and armor, you're looking at spending at least 1,000 gold, because I think the highest bonus roll you can get is a +10, correct?
For buying,
For buying.
it's yeah, a maximum bonus of 10. That would be 1,000 gold spent of resources searching for purchase, and 10 weeks worth of time.
Just an FYI, I posted in the chat. I'm distributing our treasury just so that we can start the new equity valuation with the 6-man. So we're starting from 0 again, but everyone gets a pouch from Julie with that much in it.
Oh, we all get that much?
Everyone gets that much, yeah.
Holy shit! Okay.
It's 312 gold and 5 silver.
31 platinum if you want to consolidate a bit.
Yeah, I wrote it down as 31 platinum, 2 gold, and 5 silver.
Sure.
That's everybody's share out of the total.
Okay.
Split 5 ways.
All right. So after dropping off that money, you get that split mail taken care of. What else? What, if anything, were you guys doing? You bought some potions. You got yourself some splint armor.
Who's with me? Is it
Okay.
Okay. How is your comrades for supplies? Have their torches, things for delving into the dungeons.
I mean, for the most part, we don't really need it. I can do this, and I make light in my hand.
What about food? Hope, those kind of things.
I was on the same plane as you, though. I think we might need to stock up on food before we head out.
For your consideration out of character, food is the one thing one of the few things I generally don't keep track of for regards to your character sheets.
Okay.
That said, if I'm under the assumption that your characters would be smart enough to spend the gold necessary in order to get food and eat on a consistent basis. So at most, you're looking, if you really want to consolidate it all down, you're looking at spending around 100 gold to stock yourselves up enough. And I don't know. It depends on how you want to go about it. But food is one thing I generally don't keep track of. Days of rations I don't generally keep track of. Because I'm not going to look at your character sheets to determine whether or not you have enough food to keep going. But anyway. What else are you guys doing?
Character who casts light spells?
I do.
I mean, what class? Is it
Any caster can take it as a cantrip. I have it because I'm on Aasimar.
a permanency spell? I haven't.
Permanency?
Yeah, like I'm looking to buy a stone that has a permanent light spell cast on it because I can't see in the dark.
The party
The guy
has
is
a
not always
lantern.
going to be next to me.
The party has a lantern in their possession.
Kay can give him the lantern.
It's not going to.
A magic lantern, I should clarify.
Yeah, I can.
Like
I'll
a-
give that to you if you want. It's
I'm just
this.
saying.
You can put that.
Thinking how the
It's the
hell I'm going to
lantern
hold that
reveal.
thing.
Attach it to your belt.
And that's 6 hours on 1 pint of oil. So
I don't have a magic lantern on my sheet. Where'd we get
Lantern
You
that?
guys got that in Blue Alley?
yeah. Because remember when we went to go investigate the mansion that was being invaded by those stealth guys, I had to use that to find them.
Vaguely. Okay,
Oh,
I'll buy that. I'll buy
that-
that for $1.
Friend, keep your magical lantern. I just want something simple.
We get someone who can cast a light spell. Let's just do that.
What
What
was
is it?
that?
You're trying to me stepping around and sniffling.
Gotcha.
I have open mic on because I kind of need it for this, so forgive me for coughing and sniffling and blowing my nose and shit.
Oh, you're fine. It just sounded like a bunch of crackling. Like there was no discernible sound. It was just sound.
Yeah, well.
I guess end
So
result
Vigo-
is what I'm looking for is to get a permanent light spell cast on a stone, and then I can put that into a lantern, so I don't have to deal with oil and other BS like that.
What you would be looking for essentially is an ever-burning candle, which is also a magic item.
Have the money to be searching for that kind of stuff.
I mean, permanency is a spell, but we don't have access to it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
That
What else
I've
you guys
geared
doing?
out, I think we should search information on this. Not the Dragonborn going to talk to the owner, the proprietor of the inn.
Yep. I hope you enjoy drinking. I'll
Okay.
show his way there.
Singe, was there something else you were going to do?
Yeah, because I had come to Waterdeep, and I didn't ask this because basically my character was introduced, and we've done nothing but kind of dungeon delve since that point. Since I came to Waterdeep, have I found at all any like a small conclave of other Dragonborn, or maybe like a obviously there's not going to be any um temples or anything to any of the dragon deities or anything,
There
but
actually is a temple to Bahamut.
there is.
Yes, it's in
Um,
the North Ward.
before we um before we go anywhere, I would like to visit there and see if I can travel there. Maybe tr grab some holy water or something along those lines because it's something I had not been carrying with me, and I feel that it would be a good idea to have.
Sure. Because you're a member of the clergy, even though you're foreign, you could display your symbol at the church and they would provide you at least 2 flasks for free. If you want to buy any additional from there, it'll cost 25 gold a pop.
Two I think would be fine for now. And I want to ask, I guess just in general, if there are any not rumors would be the wrong word, but uh, just anything going on with the local clergy, and specifically anything that I can do to help out or anything like that.
They'll go ahead and just make an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay. The clergy will share with you that there have been miscellaneous trouble around the whole Waterdeep as of late, but there's nothing specific that comes to mind, at least for the ones that you do ask. They'll share with you that the violence within the city has dropped since the stone was found and returned to the city along with the gold, and things otherwise have been pretty smooth. Nobody, for the people that you talk to within the clergy there, nobody seems to share with you any specifics.
Um, as it is a temple and whatnot, and we are planning on going into the Undermountain, and I am from a faraway land. Does do the do the clergy know anything about Undermountain? Like anything that they've heard, or I mean, surely they've treated people that have gone in there, or that type of stuff. You know.
They'll share that most of the people that go in usually go in on a dare while in the middle of a drunken bed at the yawning portal, and either they want to paying triple to Durnan in order to come out, or they don't come out at all. For the few that do deliberately wander in there, they for the very, very few that have managed to wander out, they don't tend to get very far. Most usually just get to Skullport and find their way back up from there. They'll share with you that each person that has went down there and managed to come back up to tell the tale has shared all sorts of varying degrees of stories, as if things keep changing down there.
When you say what was that Skullport? What would that
Skullport.
what would that be? Because first time I've heard of it.
They'll tell you that Skullport is a seedy underbelly, a city. It is an undercity that exists close to Undermountain itself. It is known to house drow and hobgoblins, mostly members of the Xanathar Guild, although a couple of drow houses do live there. Some orc clans, possibly. It's basically the undercity of Waterdeep.
Is it generally a hostile? I say this asking, like hostile toward all peoples, or just obviously like a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Very much a wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's where thieves go to hide from the law.
Okay. All right. And with that knowledge in hand, I will thank them for their help, and I will throw about 10 gold into the coffer box and um, work my
Which they
way
very much thank you for.
out, heading toward the Younging portal, and to meet up with my new friends.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, Treverin. Did you say there was something specific you were going to try to do?
After buying the potions, no, I was going to head to the yawning portal.
Okay. Julie and Dreloff, anything you two guys specifically were going to do?
I just
Just
want to
take-
go drink.
Just taking
Okay.
care of that business and then go into the yawning portal.
Okay. So all of you make your way then to the yawning portal. Those of you who have not been there before will note that there is a large, almost well, that sits within the center of the portal of the yawning portal itself. The yawning portal itself is this fairly large inn that has more than a few folks kind of hovered around the depths itself. The way into Undermountain itself through the yawning portal is via means of a large pulley and winch that attach to a bucket that can fit at most one person at a time that are lowered into Undermountain. Usually, Durden will charge patrons a gold to be lowered down, and then 3 gold to bring them back up. Right now, there's nobody playing around the entryway itself. There's casual drinking, and it's fairly light. As you enter in, Durnan's busy working the bar. You can see you do not see your Zentarum contacts here.
Is
Julie.
Volos over there?
Volo is currently over there. He looks like he's in the middle of counting coin, and he gives you a quick wave from the distance.
I will approach Volo real quick, and that 1 gold coin from that ancient treasure that I kept,
Mm-hmm.
I will take it out and hand it to Volo and saying, "Here, you might be able to do something with this," and then
Oh,
I'll just kind of walk off.
He kind of inspects it closely and taps his foot impatiently. And you walk off.
Yep, I walk off. I don't even tell where I get it from. I just want to leave him wanting more. And then I'll head over to the bar and wave at Durnan and bring Droloff a beer.
Okay. Durnan will slam one down on the table, just shove it over in your direction, and he looks like he had it half prepared, knowing who Draloff is before you even beckoned him over.
I figured as much.
Says, haven't seen you boys in a while. New faces here, too. And he looks over in Vigo's direction, who's in the middle of staring down the well itself.
We're
He's,
friendly people, says Julie. Ha 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 ha! Give me a drink.
Sure. And he pours down another drink, hands in your direction, Julie.
So you're the one who knows the most about what people say coming out of there. Should there anything in particular we should be worried about?
I prefer if you didn't go in at all, personally.
Well, I'd prefer if you told me what I wanted to know.
He says, what is it you want to know?
I guess what are the most common things and dangerous things you hear coming out of that portal?
He shakes his head and says, ain't nothing common about that crazy son of a bitch.
I smack Kay on the back of the head, and then I slip Durnan 10 gold pieces to grease the wheels a little bit and walk back over to my chair, since I know Durnan very well. He's not going to give the information away for free.
He takes it, puts it in his pocket, sighs heavily, and says, what do you guys want to know about Undermountain? Look, it's many, many levels of crazy shit that constantly changes, all run by a madman at the bottom of it.
Well, we have to start somewhere. So, what's the first threats we're going to have to come against to get a toehold?
He says, well, first level's not too bad. Doesn't change too much. I don't know what's down there now. Tends to be an occasional goblin tribe or something wanders around down there.
No goblins.
Maybe some bandits from the Xanathar Guild, I don't fucking know. If you can get down to the third level, that's how you get into Skullport.
Port, what's that?
It's a seedy underbelly. It's where a lot of the Xanathar bastards like to hide. Some drow fuckers, too. One of them owes me money.
Hearing that, I kind of lean in and I go, his name wouldn't be Isn't by any chance, would it?
Nah.
I sit back in my chair.
Says, it's some drow from Aruvindar. I don't fucking know the clan name. You ask him what drow fuckers are?
Yes,
Says,
they
dark
sound
elves.
they sound delicious.
Shrugs his shoulders and he says, you cook anything up, it sounds delicious enough. Imagine him, and he points at Treverin, but with dark hair, probably shorter, white hair, and dark skin, and a lot more of a crazy bastard. They're as likely to shake your palm as they are to backstab you in the back at the same time.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, I've heard the rumors.
What about deeper, says Julie. How'd you survive down there?
Durden puts a glass he's been shining kind of down on the table, puts both hands down there, lowers his head a minute, and just kind of mumbles. You take every advantage that you can possibly get, even if that means stepping over the heads of whoever you drag down there with you.
Julie kind of nods. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Look sideways at somebody who would agree at that kind of reasoning.
Durden says, You wander into a madhouse run by a madman.
Has anyone seen him?
Only his visage, not in person, not for over hundreds of years.
Oh, as far as I remember, we saw him not a fortnight ago.
In person,
The skivvies.
or an illusion. When you mention you've seen him in his skivvies, he doesn't even blink an eye. Like this just that sounds right.
I mentioned our um I'm gonna mention our running with the quote unquote vision slash illusion and leaving out like very specifics, but that he basically he challenged us.
That's probably because you caught his attention. You wander into there, you're doing exactly what he wants you to do, and you'll find it hard to run away. But you're your own men. What do I know, right? You want to get down there, I'll let you down there for free. Tell you what, if you can, make your way to the inn in Skullport, at least the third level. Guy who owns there is a drow, runs the inn down there. Tell him Dernan sent you. I don't actually care about the money from him, I just want to know what kind of look he gives you.
Any other advice? Asked Julie.
He says, play along with the game. Until you can get away with it.
Uh, sounds like
Anyway,
some wise words from someone who's been there before.
Julie takes his drink, tips it up, chugs the entire drink, slams the glass down on the table, and says, "Well then." He runs for the portal and swan dives over the side.
It's about 100-foot drop.
I'm only kidding. I'm like,
I was about to say, and Julie goes flat on the first floor.
Well, I guess. Do you all want to go now, or should we wait till morning?
I'm prepared.
I'm drunk enough. We'll go now.
nah, let's make sure we've got everything that we need.
Draloff, I don't ever think you're sober.
That's all you get before he starts drinking again.
Julie, you were searching for some specific items.
I think that was to you, Pant.
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe hitting up the general store, stocking up on some rope, maybe a 10-foot pole.
In the magic
don't
items,
have-
did you get it? Were you searching for those, or just give up on that?
We don't have. If we're gonna leave now, he doesn't have a week to do it.
Oh, well, we can hold on to it and do it, I guess, when we get back.
And I didn't know how much time has actually passed in this.
Well, for now, you guys just got back to town. I will say that if you
Well-
want to invest, you can drop the money, but you're going to have to go down or do something else before you find out the results of it. Yeah, you're high enough level and you have enough connections in the city that you can, pay off characters to do the research for you.
Have some poor slob have to run down there and give me the weapon I ordered.
What about Dirt? What about asking Durden? We could do that. He's charismatic. He's got a high persuasion. He knows everybody in the city.
I wouldn't put
I'm-
charismatic on his list, but sure.
You're, and I'm still going to be making you be the one to use the persuasion check, not based off the NPC you have doing. All they're doing is figuring out who's selling it. You're going to be the one who actually has to try to score the deal.
All right. Julie will ask Durden if he could recommend a broker for such an item, or if he'd be willing to do it himself.
He'll recommend a broker that can help facilitate such a transaction, which I'll come up with an NPC name for later.
All right. So just tell me how it works, and we'll get that done as part of the errands he
So-
runs before we leave.
25 gold per week. And a week in Faerun, by the way, is 10 days. And depending on how much gold and how many weeks you want to burn, that will increase your chances of getting a better item.
All right. I already counted 25 gold out, so I'll count another 25 gold out. I say I'll give you two weeks up front. I don't think we'll be gone more than 2 weeks. But in case we are, I'll just keep working at it, and I will pay you what I owe you for time when we return.
Just make a note of that in your notes there, and then just in case I forget.
All right, so
And
hold
then
on.
we can determine what all it is that you find and do the roll and afterward and all that shit afterward. All right. After facilitating that, what are you guys doing? Are
I'm
you
gonna
opting
buy
to this?
I'm gonna buy some mead for the trip down.
Okay. How much mean?
4 bottles should do.
Okay. It's high quality meat. It's going to cost you 20 gold for those 4 bottles.
Okay.
I laugh. I said, that's not even going to last a day. Probably need to double that.
I look over at Trevaring and go, I don't think it's going to last the first 2 hours.
Oh, the sooner we get down there, the sooner I can get this item to send me home. I'm ready.
I'm good to go whenever you guys are.
Kelly, I'm gonna pick up 100 feet of rope and 2 10-foot poles. Put them in the bag.
So,
Some pythons too. And the hammers.
um, would you prefer to get hempen rope or silk rope? Silk rope has more durability.
Yeah, silk's fine.
Okay. For 100 feet of that, that'll cost you 20 gold. And then what was the other thing you wanted to get?
2 10-foot poles and hammer and spikes. Hammer and pythons to secure the rope.
Okay.
If needed.
The 10-foot pole is 5 copper each. And then the hammer is 1 gold. And it'll be 5 copper for 10 pythons. So however you want to break that down.
20 gold, 1 silver. 21 gold, 1 silver, and 5 copper.
Okay.
I'll just take that off my sheet.
Okay. And you can just mark that in your inventory then. That said, as you guys are marking this, as we transition over to the new game, you'll want to probably mark your character details on the characters as you move over to the new game, because that may not have transitioned over.
Alright, so the only thing I
So-
need to worry about is the holy water and the gold, probably.
Is there any? I will say this: if ultimately you guys are deciding, hey, we're going down into Undermountain, go ahead and start making your way over to the new game.
Okay, because that's what I was planning on doing. I don't know about the rest of
Okay.
them.
That's where I was planning to go. I got what
Oh,
I
yeah.
needed.
I need your invite.
Hang on a second.
You're gonna port our sheets over there, Julie?
I've
Fucking Kelly.
yeah,
Sorry.
I ported the sheets over.
I just made some changes to my coinage. Are you gonna have,
It may not. No, you're gonna have to do it again. Sorry.
Yeah, we have to wait for you to give us our access to our character sheets too.
So I just sent the invite to you then, Aver.
Alright.
we heading over to the other one?
Sir, yes, sir.
And then give me a hot minute while I get your character sheets up top, because I don't want them all the way down there, and give control over them to you guys respectively. And you may want to, for those of you who are setting them, may want to reset your um, stuff at the bottom screen there again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There's you. Okay. There's Vigo. There's Singe. There's Kay. And Julie. And finally, there's Drelloff. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, going to drag your character tokens, just kind of generally speaking, out onto the main sheet. Let me know if, for whatever reason, you cannot control them.
Taking a second.
I'm back.
And then, okay, we're over in the other game there now. Unholy. Transfer over there. I have it set to where you should have access to your character sheet. Move your token around on the main screen there. Let me know if you cannot move it for whatever reason.
Be right back, grabbing something to drink.
Oh. Dungeons and Mad Major.
Yep, that's the one.
Hey, Kill, you need to update the character sheet. It didn't come over with the split mail.
Oh, I'll take care of that real quick. You're also your audio is coming through on the new game, so you might want to cut your audio on the new game.
Okay, I can move my crap around. All I see
How
is
do I do that?
the title picture.
If you hover over your token at the bottom, it should have I think a wheel for it. I'm not sure.
Are you talking about the volume stuff?
Yeah, because I can hear him through the game on Roll20.
Go to the settings menu on the top right.
Audio import source.
Yep. No, if you scroll all the way down, you can go to I want to change broadcast to others to nothing, and I want to receive others from nothing, and then hit reconnect.
And those of you who use 3D dice for the 3D dice module will have to turn that on again too.
How about now?
That's better. Okay. All right. So let me know if you can't see where you currently are.
Well,
Looks
I can
great.
see it. It's tiny.
You cut out Unholy.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said it's tiny, but I can see it.
Okay. It's going to be a little smaller. This is a big dungeon.
Okay.
Get ready for that. So if you hold Alt and your scroll wheel, you can zoom in, make it a little bit better.
Is this Mass Effect music?
Yep.
Nice. I feel like I'm on the promenade.
So you guys, one by one, make your way into the bucket as Durden lowers you. via the chain and pulley, one by one down into the dungeon below. At the bottom of the portal of the entryway, the room empties into a dark 40-foot square room. The only exit from this room appears to be to your immediate south, before bending west. As you descend down, there is a thin layer of sand that covers the floor. All around this room are dented, rusty shields, all of which seem to be covered in graffiti.
Hey Kelly, before we get too far, the overlays for the radius circles and everything else is not showing up either, so you might have to go back and add that.
I'll add that in here.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Thank you.
The graffiti, any of that writing, or is it just pictures and crap?
Hang on a second. Very effect. Add the game. Probably have to reload before that goes in. But
Nope.
as you're examining,
It's there.
excuse me. Sorry.
It's all right. It's already there for us.
Anyway, what I was saying was, as you're examining the graffiti, if you're trying to discern anything about it, go ahead and just make a perception check. Fortunately, it's an easy check. As you're looking around at the dented shields, you notice that hiding behind them in the midst of the graffiti, most of which is just random vulgarities, is a message that is written in blood and written in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish, or are you proficient with the Elvish language, Vigo?
I'm not. There's writing here that I do not understand.
I'll walk up and read it.
It reads in Elvish, in blood, "Welcome, contestants."
I will turn around and say, it says, "Welcome, Julie." Oh, sorry. No, contestant. Sorry. My Elvish is a little rusty.
What is that?
Julie, you see the bloody message in a script. Unless you speak Elvish, you don't understand.
No, when he
You're
says when he said what it is, Julie says, "What does that mean?"
Oh.
He doesn't understand.
I will say, it appears that we are to play a game, and we are players in that game. That's what contestants means.
Okay.
Shall we press on?
Sure.
Okay.
Go forward.
Order of movement for our unit.
Not unless you're in combat.
I'm saying as a military man, we move in
Oh,
Draw
gotcha.
off.
formation.
Drelloff, as you make your way around the bend into this area, along the wall on the north and the south, for every 10 feet, there is a depiction, 9 feet high, 4 feet wide, and 3 inches deep, of a door-shaped recess in the wall that all contain the bas-relief carvings of various demons. Each relief depicts a different kind of demon. Also, lying on the floor is the skeleton of what you would know is a kenku. One of its tiny bird-like arms is pointing towards a bas-relief carving of a creature that looks like a pig demon on the south wall.
South wall.
hmm
Okay, I'm looking at the carving of the pig demon. Do I notice anything, or do I need to make a roll?
Make a perception check.
Sorry about that. I am back.
Hmm?
I'm assuming I am catching up to everyone here.
Yep. So, As you're looking around at the statue that the Kenku skeleton is pointing at, the pig demon, you do note that there is a secret door hiding behind it.
Is the door locked?
When you push against the wall, no, the door opens.
Alrighty.
Oh, hello. After you, Vigo.
Can you tell me what your guys' passive perception is as you make your way forward?
What the fuck is
For
negative
Varens
one?
is 13.
16.
16?
Negative one?
Mm-hmm.
-1. No, it's not.
Oh,
9.
what is it at?
10.
Bottom left of your
Bottom
character
left.
sheet.
Bottom left of my here.
Yours is 9.
9.
Oh, there it is. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, as you guys are making your way to your south, Singe, with your higher passive perception, you do hear a pair of footfalls off to your west.
So over this way.
Yep.
I'll quietly let the group know that is something off to our west. Something is making noise and it's not us.
Continue down this tunnel
All right.
or handle what's potentially behind us.
Julie will close the door behind us.
Okay. The door closes behind. Vigo, as you make your way through, you do find your way into a slanted room. You can see that the floor of the room tilts. The western end next to you is actually lower than the eastern end opposite of you. It smells like foul sewer water that covers the floor that barely reaches the east wall, but deepens by 1 feet. Excuse me, it's west end is 6 feet. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It deepens opposite of you. So the east end is high, the west end is low. It's covered with sewer water that barely reaches the tip of the east wall, but it deepens by 1 foot for every 10 feet of travel westward. And from where you are on the edge of the tunnel there, you can see to the west, in a wide alcove in the north wall, there is a life-size statue of a large fish-like creature, fish humanoid monstrosity. It is submerged up to its chest in sewer water, and the statue is emitting a dim purple radiance. The head of the statue is completely turned around so that it is facing the alcove itself, and one of its arms looks like it is broken off. You can't see where it is from where you are.
Water clear or is it murky?
No, murky, very much sewage water.
Bring the pole forward. We've got water.
Julie will pass one of the 10-foot poles forward.
We'll just conga line it forward to you.
Poke in front of me here to test the depth of the water.
It is at least 6 feet deep from where you are.
It's about 6 foot, so I go no further than here.
Julie, how tall are you?
5'11", I think. Hold on. No, I'm actually like over 6 feet. Hold on. It's in my background. I gotta find it. Oh, my bio didn't make it over. I don't know. Assume he's 6 and change.
Should we send him forward?
You're 6'5" on your sheet.
And there you
I'm
have it.
going to be like up over his mouth.
I will say you can swim in it.
Swim like a. Well, I swim like a halfling in splint mail. That's how I swim like.
I'm gonna ask Julie to come wade through the water and see if you can find anything.
Wading through the water.
Well, it'll be over my head pretty quickly. I mean, before I get halfway across the room, and I am wearing plate.
Yeah, but you can stand on this end.
So what do you want me to do? Just wait around on this side here?
Kinda, yeah.
Why don't you just tie a line to me and dangle me from a pole?
Sure, we can do that.
Well, I ain't no wearing no armor. I can jump in and swing.
Oh yeah, you don't wear armor. You can go swim.
Only thing I see in this room is a statue off to my right that's got a purple glow to it.
I'm curious what
Eh.
that statue's about.
I'm gonna test the water.
Draloff just pushes behind the rest of you and jumps into the sewage water. It's deep, but especially because you're unarmored, you can swim.
See if you can move that statue's head.
Ooh. Is that star thing, right?
Okay. Draloff, as you approach the statue and its purple glow, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy, I get to kill people.
Here I go stabbing again.
Okay. So, you resist the worst of it, but you feel this overwhelming crush mentally on yourself. So, as you get within about 10 feet of the statue, you're going to take 5 points of psychic damage.
Ah, shit.
As you get to right about there,
Okay.
What do we see watching him? What are we
You see-
looking at him? What is that? What happens?
you watch as he kind of reels back for a minute and grasps his head in pain.
I hold the 10-foot pole out. Drolov, grab the pole.
I guess I go back to them.
Okay.
Kelly,
Uh-huh.
Singe is going to move forward to here.
Sorry.
Nope, hey, don't worry about it. Singe is 6 foot tall. From here, right?
Uh-huh.
I assume he can see the statue if he lights a torch.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to light a torch
You can see the purple glow of the statue, too.
and see the purple glow. How does it look like the glow emits very far?
No, just a few feet off of its head.
What does the statue look like? Is it something that I'm familiar with?
Make a history check.
Alright.
Just a side note. What is the lighting situation in here?
There is a very, very, very dim light being emitted by the statue's purple glow, but otherwise there's no light source here.
Okay, because I'm not carrying anything, and this is the first I heard of us lighting a torch. So
I would assume that Kay has a light spell cast or something.
Yeah, I always have a light orb in my hand whenever we're just wandering around.
Singe, you would know that the creature depicted with the statue, although it's kind of hard to make out from where you are, you know that the creature is a Sahuagin.
I know that these are basically water humanoids, I assume. Like
They're
fish-like
humanoid
humanoids.
creatures, fish-like humanoids. They tend to, they're a very predatory race that tends to dwell deep in the ocean.
So it would not be out of line for me to think this is very odd that they would be here.
A little bit. It's weird.
I'm going to move to the southern end as much as I can, and I'm gonna pass the torch back to Drelo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna move around this way. I'm just gonna see if I can. I do notice that the statue's arm is broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna see if I can try to find anything within the depths of this water. But I'm
It's
gonna.
really, really, sure. It's really, really murky water, but you can certainly try.
Okay. What would you like me to do for that?
Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage. Okay. Unfortunately, the water is too murky and you cannot see anything through it.
Can I eke my way this way?
Make a intelligence saving throw as you make your way closer to that end of the room.
Sure.
Yours is not high enough. And you take the full 12 points of psychic damage as your mind is reeled.
Okay.
Wow. So even against the wall, you're gonna run into that thing. That sucks.
With that said, right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell the guys to hold off a second. I've taken the damage there. Can I continue to move forward this way?
If you wish.
I'm going to edge my way over here. Is there anything I can find over here? Anything out of place? Anything
Make another perception check.
disadvantage as well?
Not this time.
All right.
Okay. So, first things first, I do need you to make another intelligence saving throw.
All right.
Okay, you take half of that. You're taking 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And as you take that blast and your mind begins to focus a little bit, you can see hanging around the face of the statue, which has been turned around to face the northern alcove, is what looks like a gray ooze that is hiding on the face. And it seems to be what you believe to be responsible for actually blasting you with these psychic attacks. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Sure thing. Now, I'm assuming I'm swimming at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll be moving at half speed.
Okay.
And the no valid token thing again. I can't send my initiative roll.
I see it as 21.
Yeah, but didn't add them to the thing.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
You might not. Did you have yourself clicked on before you hit it?
And you
There,
said
the
I'm
21.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right. So, as you point out this creature, Julie, you're up first in the round.
Set Vigo back to 21. He rolled a 21 originally.
Yeah.
He rolled a
Oh.
6 to fix himself.
As we begin at the top of the round, Vigo, what do you do?
It. Can't do crap. That water's too deep. Just ready. I ready in action to dive in. Can we see gone around the corner?
From where you are, you can't see him. You'd have to get into the water.
Yeah, I've shouted to you where it is, but I would hope.
Yep.
I mean, is that in front of me? I say quickly, I hope you're ready for this, and I jump on his shoulders.
So Draloff, who is in the middle of swimming, you just jump on top of him, and you're basically playing chicken with him in sewage water.
I thought he was standing up.
He's a dwarf.
No, he's a dwarf.
Never mind then.
Draloff, make an athletics check.
Oh, well, I outran Julie, so
You got a little bit of a funny taste in your mouth, but you managed to keep your head above water enough to allow Vigo to jump on top of you.
okay.
Onward, noble steed.
I totally got that wrong, man. I thought you were a human or somebody taller.
I yelled, Droll, did you give Vigo some beer or something we're not aware of? He thought you were human.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Then let's see. I still have a 10-foot pole in my hand. Can I use any remaining movement to try and
Vault yourself.
with the
vault.
pole in front?
You're going
and
to vault yourself off the dwarf in
I'm-
water?
to move a little forward
statue.
towards the statue.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to canoe yourself on top of the dwarf? What's going on here?
So I'm on this dwarf, and I want to just kind of. I got the 10-foot pole in my hand. I need to get over to that fucking statue. So yes.
Am
All
I
right,
a fucking
MacGyver.
raft? Is that what
You
we're
are
doing?
now.
My black.
I'll
just
just
lay on my
off
back
into a
and
gondola.
raft me up.
So what I'm pitching here is he's sitting on his shoulders, has his legs wrapped underneath his arms, around his back, locked, and he's just fucking paddling. 10-foot pole hitting the ground and just going.
Okay, sure. So you hop on his back, Drylov goes, and you pull out the 10-foot pole. You're like, stroke, and you get to try to push your way on his back forward.
I turn around and say to Kay, I like this new guy.
Okay. I'll say this. You push yourself about 10 feet as Drylov tries to keep himself above water.
Oh,
All right. Julie, you're up next.
Julie hears that and goes, "New guy's weird."
I look at Julie and go, may I?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna climb on Julie's shoulders.
Not your turn yet.
No,
He just
Julie. Well, I can I get past them?
Yeah, as long as you're not turn in the same square.
You just pick him up. As
yeah,
you run
he
by.
just offered to take me.
I'm in the water
Okay, he jumps in the water. He gets ready.
and I'm braced for. My action's gonna be to help him get on my shoulders.
Okay. So you're ready for that. While this is going on, the ooze is going to stay where he is, and he's going to emit another psychic crush. Actually, I got to roll to see if he gets that back. Nope, he doesn't. Okay. He doesn't want to give away his position, so he's just going to shift around the statue and attempt to take a hide action. Did not mean to do that. Advantage. Doesn't matter. It didn't emit it to you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of your rolls.
Here, let's do it again. There we go. Nope, still not. One more time. Okay. Passive is his stealth is shit, and this time you can see him. He's too slow as it is anyway. All right, Drelloff, you're up. I need you to make an athletics check just to keep holding on.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. What the fuck?
That boat's going to move forward whether you want it to or not.
You're still above water.
Let's see.
I'm imagining a
How many
dwarf frantically doggy paddling with a guy standing on top of him like.
See, I thought it was gonna be more like he's trying to float and hold his beer above the water so it doesn't get it tainted while he's trying to swim.
Oh, it's already full of taint.
All right,
Oh,
10 feet's about as far as you're gonna get, especially with the halfling on your back. So
yeah, that's where I was going to try to get him next to this thing where he get the fuck up.
okay. So you paddle your way
Throw
up to
him
the
off
statue
when I
itself.
get close enough.
Okay. Singe, you're up next.
Now, do I see this from where I'm at?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're going to do this.
Ooh. Okay.
And we're going to put that right behind the ooze.
Okay.
To roll damage on that, I'm just... Well, I guess I'm hitting him.
Yep. So you just roll the click the spiritual weapon text. . Yeah, I guess you did crit on it when you cast it, so yeah. So what form does your spiritual weapon take?
Kind of like a glow. Just for future reference, anytime I cast spiritual weapon, it will be in the form of a kind. Think of like a paladin's like holy avenger type weapon.
Mhm.
But that flavor of weapon, like great
Okay.
sword usually.
Okay, so you conjure it into this Avenger's Greatsword, shall we say, into the spectral form of that, and as it cuts down into the creature, it wobbles a little bit, but it manages to stay there for the time being.
Okay, and with that being said, I assume this is difficult terrain because I'm swimming.
Yes, it's considered difficult terrain, so you're moving at half movement.
10, 15. I'm going to try to close to it, but that's about as
Okay.
far as I'm going to get.
All right. Kay, you're up.
I will charge forward, jump on Julie's shoulders.
Julie, athletics check.
I mean, he can stand.
Oh, still athletics check. All right, you're standing kind of up in the water, and now Kay is on your shoulders.
I will form my weapon into a lance, put my shield in front of me, and slap the lance on top of it.
Onward, noble steed.
Oh shit!
All
Yeah,
right. Like a cavalryman ready to charge into battle, Treverin, you see your companions basically chicken their way into sewage. What do you do?
I'm going to approach up to here and then evaluate what kind of ground is actually underneath the sewage. Is it dirt or stone?
You can't see. It's sewage.
Yep. Well, I am going to target a spot right here, and I'm going to cast this on it and see if I can make it lift up so I can step on it and
He's gonna
not get
make
into
a
the
shit.
sewage.
He's gonna make a shit platform.
I'll allow it. You raise up a portion of shit and create a shit-covered 5-foot stone platform directly in front of Julie at face level.
Yep. And then I just kind of step onto and that's my turn.
Okay.
Dude,
You'll never get to
really?
smell out of your shoes.
That's all right.
Vico, you're up. You're still on Dralof's back.
Yes, this statue is that I could dismount and grab.
Probably.
Dismount.
You could try.
I will grab onto the statue, and I can swing around and
Make an acrobatics check.
that.
Okay, you are quick and lithe enough that, yeah, you can swing around to the statue if you want. You dismount the dwarf, managing to climb your way onto the statue.
Julie's
Then
like, or not Julie. Trail's like, "Arr!"
attack the ooze.
Okay, go for it.
Right.
All right, drawing forth your war pick, you cut down hard into the creature. If that first attack does hit, go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, you just click on the.
Roll the damage for the. Yeah, click on the text that's where it says war pick there. Not for the crit for the first, or not for the crit for the first one. Okay. And then go ahead and click on the one for the crit. Okay. So, here's the good news. After doing this really cool maneuver around the statue and cleaving down with your war pick clean into the creature, it splits down and dies. Here's the bad news. You got ooze on your weapon, and it's corrosive. So, you're out of combat. However, that war pick you just attacked it with gets a permanent -2 penalty to damage rolls.
I cannot wash it off.
Nope, it is corroded. It has corroded your weapon.
Well, damage rolls.
Bummer.
Seeing that it's dead, I will step off of Julie. Disappointed I didn't get to ride my noble steed.
Hey, Kelly, what exactly is wrong with the weapon?
It has been partially corroded by the ooze.
Would you say a lot corroded, or like is it missing a portion of it, or whatnot?
A portion of it's been corroded. It's a feature of gray oozes that any non-magical weapon made of metal that hits the ooze corrodes. After dealing damage, the weapon takes a permanent and cumulative -1 penalty damage roll. If the penalty drops to -5, the weapon's destroyed.
This would not help, I assume.
Mending?
Yeah.
No, it would not. The metal itself has been corroded away. It's
Okay.
not something that gets repaired through mending.
Okay.
So, is there anything on the statue of importance?
Make a perception check. Peering around at the statue itself, you can see that the head of the statue that's been turned around is actually hollow, and it has holes in its eyes and a larger hole around its fanged mouth. As you look around it, you see that the head has screw threads, and the head itself is actually removable.
Interesting.
Well, Julie, you want another souvenir?
Okay.
Before he fully unscrews it, what exactly is emitting the glow?
You don't know. Well, make an Arcana check. Something within the head. Probably if you remove it, you'll figure it out.
All right.
I'm
I'm
gonna rip
going
the
to
head
just
right off.
So much for advising caution. Okay. He rips the head right off.
Okay. Rip! The screws are completely warped, and you'll never get the damn thing to come back on. Inside, you see an enchanted jack-o'-lantern
We'll
that
hand
is
it to
emitting
Singe.
purple light.
I don't know that I can use this. See if our sorcerer can do something with it.
Oh, Trevere.
Killy, without touching the ooze, was there anything around the ooze, like as far as like former bodies, former,
Not that you
anything
see.
around? Okay.
So there's a jack-o'-lantern emitting purple light inside the head, kind of like the headless horseman style. Is that what I'm understanding?
Pretty much, it was the head of the statue was turned around, partially unscrewed as you were getting it off, and you could see there was a secret compartment inside the head that had this enchanted jack-o'-lantern inside of it.
And no one's touched it yet, right?
Nope.
No one's touched a jack-o'-lantern yet. No.
I know I'll regret this. I'll swim over and I'll pick up the jack-o'-lantern.
You have a jack-o'-lantern. It's emitting purple light.
Sweet. I just I don't know. I just put it in my backpack, I guess, for now.
Cool. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I figure is coming.
Sorry, I had to step away for just a minute. What did I miss?
You picked up the couch. Nothing happens. I'm fucking with you.
Sweet.
Hey, Killy. It was an unscrewable head and it was hollow. Is the statue, anything else in the statue hollow? Like where it would fit into? Like,
Not that you see.
okay. Alright. Singe is gonna say, what an odd place for a jack-o'-lantern, and, work his way back out. And I'm just, even though I'm in the muck, is there anything else I noticed inside this room, like looking around, maybe in some of the bleh?
Make one more perception check again with disadvantage.
Sure.
You see, after looking around and getting a good chance to look around without being blasted by psychic emissions, the fourth arm of the statue that has been broken off is lying at the bottom of the pool.
I pick up the statue, or I pick up the arm.
The entire
Okay.
statue.
And, yeah, you know what I mean.
You swim down. You swim down, and you have to swim down quite a ways and wade your way through all this murky, crappy water in order to eventually pick it up.
Just look like a broken arm. There's significance.
It clearly was a part of the statue. There's nothing to suggest what caused it to break off.
All right.
Nothing else stands out as being particularly significant about it.
I'm
For what
just
it's worth, the statue does have 4 arms.
All right. I'm going to just leave it at the base of the statue and then move on out.
Okay.
I can't wait to see how Vigo gets back over. Um.
Draloff carries him back, and he's AFK, so I can make him do that.
We'll accept that.
All right.
I'm back.
Before
Okay.
we walk out, well, Kay's already out there, but I'm gonna warn the guys. Remember that I heard something out here.
And I hope I can stab it.
Oh, Killy.
Mhm.
Real fast. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure. Okay, heal yourself for 11. Draloff and Vigo, as you descend down the stairs into this room, you can see there is a number of pillars that makes up this central room. There appears to be stairs that climb up to the north, the south, as well as to the west. It's coiled around the top half of the northernmost pillar up here is the skeleton of a large constrictor snake.
Hmm.
You also see, carved along the southern wall, are the words, "Certain death this way." They're carved in common on the southeast wall, with an arrow pointing towards the southern exit.
Do we have just looking at
So-
them? Do we have any idea how long ago it might have been written?
Make an inspection check. Investigation,
Oh shit!
certain death this way.
Yep. I'll count to 12. Not too long ago.
All right.
Is it written in blood?
Sorry, you cut out there. What?
Is it written in blood?
It's looks like it's just written in pen or something.
Well, then take it with a grain of salt.
Is there any other signs of writing anywhere?
Not that you see.
Is there any other signs of any other not other adventurers, like maybe tracks or anything that might have walked away from that?
Make an investigation check.
Hey, Kelly, just real quick. 2 rooms on the north of us here. I can see both of them.
Hang on.
That's a low roll.
Nah, you don't see anything.
No,
I can see that and that.
I can see that.
Hang on.
And I can see all the hallways to the south.
Yeah, it's because it has the dynamic lighting for those rooms automatically turned on.
I don't see anything other than the hallways from where my position is.
There's 2 more rooms further north as well.
Yeah, I see him. Getting to him.
He's trying to kill us.
Don't look. So the map is intrinsically designed to work with dynamic lighting and have advanced fog war turned on at the same time, but it lags like a motherfucker if you do it.
Right.
All right. The hallways to the south, I'm just gonna let go for now. It's not a big deal.
Well, north, south, or west?
Just role play it like you don't see it there. That's all. All right.
Well, if the writing is to believe, there's certain death this way.
I say go north, away from certain death.
North it is.
I'll follow north.
Man, bring up the rear and protect our comrades.
What did you say? Did you call
Orc man, you
Julie?
should be in the rear.
Julie leans over to Treverin. He knows I'm not orc, right?
Draloff, you see a door immediately to the east, and the hallway looks like it curves up to the north and around to the east and to the west.
I'm motion to Vigo to the. Just look at the door to the right or east.
Door without touching it. A normal door.
Looks like a normal door.
I'm gonna stand right here and guard the north hall.
I'll motion to Vigo. Try to open it. Give it a pull.
What kind of handle does it have? A ring? What? A latch?
It's a doorknob.
Knob?
Yeah, sure. All right.
We'll reach out and try to turn it and push
Okay.
or pull.
It'll push it. Opening the door inside, you can see in the middle of this otherwise unassuming room, there is an under-door. Excuse me. Fuck. Sorry. All right. There is an unadorned wooden armor stand that sits in the middle of the room, and stabbed into it, you see a faintly glowing longsword. At the base of this armor stand is the skeletal remains of a hand amidst stains of dried blood. You also hear distant voices occasionally filling the room, which seem to be emanating from a 10-inch long, 5-inch wide vent. It's a series of vents, in the ceiling.
In the ceiling.
Room looks clear.
Yes, there are a number of vents in the ceiling from which voices are emanating from.
I'm going to step forward. Can I make out what the voices are saying?
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
No, it sounds like just general conversation.
I want to take a look at this sword.
It is faintly glowing and it has been stabbed into this wooden armor stand in the center of the room.
Do I get an unnerving feeling from the sword?
Make an Arcana check. Yes.
Anything special about the hand?
Make a. Well, let me ask. What is it you're trying to grasp about the hand itself?
Well, it's got dried blood on it, correct?
Dried blood around it, yes.
And it
It's a skeletal hand.
does. Oh, it's skeletal. Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Then never mind. If it's skeletal, I'm not really inspecting that closely.
Okay.
Okay, do you still have your detect magic scroll?
I don't, because it uses it.
Okay.
There seems to be nothing here. The room is clear.
Yeah, but that thing, and I poke at it with my sword.
Sorry.
What's that?
Dude, you're sick. Don't worry about it.
Reminds me, I got to make my lunch
I don't-
tomorrow.
Okay.
You.
Anybody here going to use the sword?
Well, thing is, it could be a powerful artifact, but at the same time, I don't feel the most welcoming about grabbing the handle.
On my experience, trusting my instincts has served me well. Maybe you should trust yours.
And I suggest we leave it the hell here, and I will start walking out the room.
Singers will agree
I
with
turn
that.
around. I look at Julie. I said, "There's a pretty sword in there for you."
Julie looks at it and goes, "Too small."
East or west?
I will flip a coin.
It's tails.
East.
All right. Killy,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
correct me if I'm wrong. You said that the noises were coming from a vent from the ceiling.
Yes,
Are we not on the first level of Undermountain?
you are.
So, by reasoning, would that vent have been to the surface, like of Waterdeep?
Maybe.
How high was that ceiling in that room?
Uh, uh, what does it say in the general stuff? Dungeon features. Show me.
I'm just making a note of it for later.
It doesn't say. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 40 feet.
Oh, okay. So, like a cavernous room. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna follow Vigo.
We have a door there and continuing hallway here.
Hmm?
On or check the door.
I mean, we're here. Might as well open the door, right?
All right, I'm gonna grab the door
Guard
and
our back while you do that.
I'm gonna open the door, Killy.
Peering into the room beyond, you can see dozens of what look like vampires dressed up. One boy stepped forward in the midst of the darkness and utters out, "Halt!" You can see torchlight sputtering in the chamber beyond, silhouetting all of these figures. Julie. Silhouetting all these figures. Yellow fangs amongst them gleam with red grime. As the larger figure steps forward, he says, "You stand in the dreaded crypts of Countess Haria herself, and our master shall have her due. You cattle. Choose now, gold or blood, lest you be damned like us."
Does that guy look familiar?
You have never seen him before.
Okay.
Singe goes, the gold, not the blood. I do not trust these creatures.
For what it's worth, also in this room, you can see in the middle of the room, facing east, there is, at least from where you are, you see one statue.
And how much of either do you demand?
A statue of what, Killy?
A
Oh, no, you know
statue.
what? No, what? Don't forget it. I'm not in the room. I can't see.
Oh, they're not talking to us, Ken.
They're not.
No, they're talking. They're talking to
To
this guy
Dreloff.
right here.
Oh. Well, I
Oh, I
thought
thought they
he
were.
stepped forward and
Oh,
was
he
talking to
stepped
us.
forward to talk to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I misunderstood that then. Okay.
No. He told you that you have stepped into the realm of Countess Haria, and you choose either gold or blood, lest you be damned like them.
What does each entail?
Either you will give us all of your coin, or all of your blood. And the creatures around him start to hiss.
What's the statue of?
The statue is the statue is 6 feet tall, and it depicts what looks like a human man that is clad in decorative plate armor.
Do I recognize it at all? Usually don't just build statues to no one.
Since you're not familiar with this place, I'm going to say no.
Okay. You make a difficult you make a difficult choice.
I don't know about
What's
you,
so
but they aren't
difficult?
taking
What
my
do you wish
gold.
to avoid damnation?
Damnation by whom?
The mistress, of course.
And where is this mistress? It seems that if I was going to
Hiding,
offer gold or blood, I should be offering it to her, not her lackeys.
hiding in her chambers.
Wow, he went right to lackeys.
I did. I did go to lackeys. Um, we will only
You
pay
wish
this. We will only pay this price unless we are brought to her directly.
He looks nervously at everybody else, and they kind of look nervously at him. He goes, "Ah, fuck it, I knew this wasn't going to work." And they all just draw swords and move to attack you. I need you all to roll initiative.
What? Alrighty then. Here I go stabbing again.
Get my first roll. So you have to click on your little circle each time you roll initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to click on your character token before you roll initiative. That'll make sure that it adds your token to the roll.
All right, I got
Put
a
him to
20 on
20
my
then.
first one.
All right. In that case, Vigo, you're up first.
We're in a defensible position. Do any of the quick look? Any of the enemy have ranged weapons?
The most a couple of them look like they may have been hiding some crossbow bolts underneath their robes and rags.
Um,
Close the gap.
it's not my turn to say anything, so I will not say anything.
Actually, I'm small. People can move through me. I'm gonna move here and then ready in action if anybody tries to get past me.
Is that it for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Julie, you're up next.
Julie, your help is needed.
Yeah, can Julie, can he get past
Yes.
this group through the door? All right, so 10, 20, 25, 30, and he'll. I guess I don't want to dash because then I'm just putting myself in melee range. Make them come to me. I'm going to ready my. I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna ready my sword. If someone gets next to me, I'm gonna chop them.
Okay. They'll go next. So if you want to use your ready to action for the first guy that comes across your path, go ahead and go for it.
I'll take my attack action.
12 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. As he charges at you, you basically thrust out with your greatsword and just get him clean through the chest. He falls back on his ass. He is out.
Okay.
The
Anyone
other
else
one.
run up? Okay, I get my
Oh
other
no,
attack.
sorry. Hang on, not him. This guy back here will run up next to you.
My other attack then.
17 hits. Go and roll damage. All right. That's gonna be enough that it takes him out in one clean blow. And these two are going to begin by charging up next to you, Vigo. You can use your reaction if you want.
Yes, I do.
If you want to send me another one, my I get an extra attack for killing.
Yeah, you do. All right, 22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, so it's going to be actually 3 points of damage on one. And then you still have a second attack you can do. That's going to be 5 points of damage you do. You can either do that to the second one or you can do it to the first one. I'll let you choose.
The first one that came up.
Okay. He's still standing. So those guys are going to surround you, and then let's see. There is going to be one more coming up your way, Julie, if you want to burn one more attack against him. Go ahead and roll damage. You take him out too.
Now that's not that's not a rolling. Like every time I kill someone, I get an extra attack.
No, you only you use
Theoretically, I could go on forever.
well. Actually, you know what? I take that back because you have to use your bonus action in order to do that. You don't you it's not your turn, so you can't use the bonus action. So I'm
So
sorry.
I get that extra attack as a bonus action. All right, so
Yeah.
food for thought. Can't second wind on same turn that I do that. Okay.
Yep. So you burned your reaction to use your attack. You use your multi attack, which is 2 swings, so you don't get the third swing because you waited to use it on your reaction. So the third one does get next to you.
Well, I still get a bonus action, don't I?
Not doing reactions.
Not during a reaction.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
All right, that one gets next to you. This one's gonna get down here, and that's gonna be good. All right, so 2 of them are going to surround you, Julie, and pulling out their scimitars. They're going to make slices against you. First attack. I mean to do that with advantage. Oh, I didn't do that with advantage. It just auto rolled the damage. I thought I changed that for all these assholes anyway. All right, whatever. Okay, so it crits against you with the first swing, with its swing. So you're going to take 10 reduced to 7. And then the second one's going to make a swing against you. And yeah, it's double one of the dice, isn't it?
I show
Okay.
a 7. That's a miss.
Yeah, 7's a miss. Must have not changed it on him. That'll be fixed. Okay, and then the 2 bandits around you, Vigo, they're going to make slices against you. First one misses. Second one, crit misses. The one that you've damaged comes in against you with his scimitar, and you practically knock it out of his hands. And then the one behind pulls out a light crossbow, and he's going to attempt to fire a shot at you. Also missing. You are too dexterous, and yeah, you don't get hit. Treverin, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to move to here. Oh, if it'll let me. And targeting the guy in the bandana, I'm going to say, hey, my scaly friend thinks you look like a nice snack, so I'm going to cook you and hit him with this.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Contrary to the accent he was putting on earlier, you hear, ah, motherfucker! Ah, god damn it!
This is just a giant parody of what we do in the shadows.
Great movie.
And then I'll move back to where I was.
If you haven't seen the TV series, I recommend that as well.
You're probably not far off. All right, retreating back into retreating back. Then the leader's turn is up next. He's going to help his buddies in attempting to take out Julie. He has a scimitar and a dagger drawn. He's gonna make 2 swings with the scimitar, 1 with the dagger. He's auto rolling damage too. Damn it! All right, the first swing of the scimitar, 14. That's gonna miss. Second swing of the scimitar is going to hit you. So you're going to take 7, reduced to 4. Finally, he's going to attempt to stab you with a dagger. And then it's going to miss. You parry 2 of the blows. The 1 does manage to get through. All right. And then 3 of these guys look to be a little more sturdier than the rest of them. One's going to surround you, Vigo. 2 are going to surround you, Vigo. And he's going to get down here, and that's about as far as he's going to go for now. And the 2 that are surrounding you, Vigo, are going to actually reach out and slam down on top of you really, really hard twice each. So 4 attacks against you total. I'm gonna have to go through these NPCs and fix them again. Must have changed it with the update. Anyway, first slam comes down. It misses you. Second slam comes down on you. That misses. Third misses. Fourth misses. You're basically punching against your shield. Drelloff, you're up next.
I'm gonna move in and swing on the leader. Damn it! Move in and swing on the leader.
All right.
And I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
I'm going to be raging. I'm gonna fuck this dude.
23 hits. 19 points of damage. That's going to hit him really, really hard.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna burn one of the smites on Carter as.
I believe it's a bonus action to rage.
Ah, that's right. Shit. Okay. Next time then.
Second swing comes in with a 19. That will hit as well. Okay. 16 points of damage against him.
Didn't mean
He's
to
still
click that.
standing. He's still standing, but he's looking pretty badly fucked up.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. Okay, you're up next.
You should give me a 20-foot radius sphere.
Let me guess. Hands of Vidar.
Man, you know me so well. I will apologize to Vigo and toss that out.
Okay. You hear apology from one of your new companions in the back, and Vigo, and Drelloff, and as he says this, first off, spawning around you is this dark void that is filled with these inky tentacles that seem to just kind of warp through the fabric of reality. And while it's there, you and Drelloff both are completely blinded, as are everybody else in here. So, that's there now. What else are you doing, if anything?
That's it. I just wanted to get that out, and I will step a bit to the side to let anyone through who needs to be.
Okay. Sind, you're up.
Singe is going to move to here, assuming he's on the edge of the tentacles.
Yep.
He
Yep.
roughly knows where everybody was at, what was in the room to begin with, and he's going
Yep.
to cast this.
Oh, okay.
You can even probably step there and still be okay.
Well, that's kind of in the circle.
Well, it's the line
I know.
dictates the circle, so.
Yeah, I know, but that's still in there.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm not going to have my guardians attack my friends.
True.
And I'm going to hold there and await anything that comes into contact with me.
Okay. So we'll start the turn with Vigo. Vigo, you are blinded while you're within the sphere, and you are going to take
2d6 gold.
9 points of cold damage.
I adjust that on my character sheet or on the little.
Either or.
They affect each other.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, friendly fire is a thing with us. Gotta get used to that.
No, friendly fire is a
Something
thing.
I am
Okay.
not at all happy with.
Well,
What was that one I posted 2 weeks ago?
you should have met my
Go-
mage.
You're lucky your sorcerer backed off. You might be taking a lot more damage.
completely blinded, huh?
You are blinded.
But so are they.
Yeah, so you can
They're
still
there
swing
as
at him.
well. So while you're subjected to the blinded condition,
I'm going to back out. I'm going to back straight away.
you can't see and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight.
Cool. I'm going to back out until I can see, so until I'm out of the darkness.
Okay. Because you can't see, I'm going to say just go ahead and make a acrobatics check. Let's say. Okay. You manage to sidestep around and prevent yourself from tripping over anything, and manage to get out the way you want to go.
Idiot did that.
He cries out as he exits out. And as you exit out, you see that your Dragonborn also has these angelic guardians that are flitting around him as well as in and out of the circle.
You wanted a defensive perimeter. I simply gave you a way to defend it.
Julie, you're up next. You're right on the edge of this inky blackness.
But I can't see my opponents any longer.
Not really, no.
And if I move, will they get attacks of opportunity? Since
No,
I
they
don't
can't
think
see
they
you.
can see me.
You can
Then
still stand there though and make them stand in it.
That one's still alive, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's
Yep.
in it, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, Julie's gonna step out.
Okay. You
And
step out,
bonus
the
action.
bandits,
Yep.
the others are none the wiser. All right. Small fry in there. I'm just going to roll once for all of them, so we're not here all night. They're all going to take 4 points of damage. One of them is going to be dragged into the inky void by frosty cold tentacles. Just the way Kay likes it.
Oh, to be fair, it's the way Riv likes it.
There you go. And then I'm just going to make some dex checks. All right. One of them manages to stumble out here. Whoops. This one manages to stumble out here. This one manages to stumble out here. I guess there's only the 4. They didn't have very far to move.
If they can stumble out there and they're now in my line of sight, they would be subject to what do you call it? I believe.
Yeah, were they within the 15-foot radius? I guess 2 of them were, so.
Oh, it's a yellow thing, but I think 2 of them are. It's my line of sight, unfortunately.
All right, go ahead and roll 3d6 for me.
Sure. Oh, hold on. Okay, close.
Okay. They exit out of the inky black void only to get bursted into holy radiant flames.
They step out of the darkness only to get Ark of the Covenanted.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. He is out, and he is. That's as far as he's going to go this turn. He can't see anybody else from where he is. That's going to be his turn. Treverin, you're up.
Since I can't see anybody, I'm gonna sit down and eat a mana bun.
I conjure mana bun. Okay. The leader is going to take 6 points of cold damage. And he is going to attempt to stumble out. Thus, doing so, he's going to stumble out in this direction. He does not take an opportunity attack because the rest of you couldn't see him. And as he stumbles out near Julie, as he sees you kind of pulling out yourself, he's going to take his weapons and make 3 swings against you.
Would he be stumbling out into my guardians?
It would,
Yes.
so go ahead and roll your 3d6. He's going to take half damage, though. Okay, he'll take 7. And Julie, he's going to hit you at least once with those scimitars, and I think that dagger's going to hit you there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Not. So, 8 reduced to 5 and 6 reduced to 3 as you take those hits.
Hardly sporting, but okay.
Then the others in the midst there are going to take 5 points of damage. Well, I guess this guy wasn't. He's dead. Okay. He has to make a wisdom save. Roll another 3d6.
I just imagine the light is so abrasive they step out and couldn't shield their eyes against it. Just
He's gonna come right out there, just outside of the inky blackness, charging kind of through the murk. This guy is going to climb out over here. That's all he's going to be able to do. And the one that charges out towards you, Sin, is going to attempt to slam down twice on top of you. 22 will hit you, so will the 21.
Yep, let me roll con.
Yep. You'll need to make 2.
Yep.
All right, the first one's good. Second one is not. So the Guardians are going.
Okay.
And you're taking 15 points of bludgeoning damage total.
Yep.
Draloff, you're up next.
I'll move out over here. Do I need to make any roll or anything?
Yeah, you were kind of just inside. You don't need to make any sort of roll, but you are going to take your totem warrior, you're raging. You're going to take 7 reduced to 3 points of
Wait,
cold
hold on.
damage.
46, let me pull up the calculator. Because I'm terrible with the numbers.
Yeah, you can move there.
Alright, I'm gonna swing on the leader again.
wait, did that guy end his turn there?
Oh, I forgot about him. Shit. No.
I mean, that's fine. I'll take another sacrifice.
No, he would have made his way out here, and then he would have made 2 swings against Vigo. All right, he blocks both attacks. All right, so Draloff, you make your way out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing on the leader, dude.
All right, go for it. Need to zoom in more so I can keep track of all my tokens. All right, 18 hits. With one big blow, you manage to finish off the dude. You watch as fake fangs fall out of his mouth and go flying against the wall.
Makes sense.
And I'm gonna hold my action for my other swing.
Okay. Okay, you're up next.
Well, now that the rabble are gone, I will vanish that. Run up here, and I will whack this guy with a greatsword.
Go for it.
Wow.
Hard no.
That makes me
He
sad.
strangely moves very, very quickly. Sid, you're up next.
Alright, the guy to my west, I'm going to attack with my Warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, dumbass. Sorry. And does that hit?
As soon as this wowhead prompt goes away.
Oh.
12 does not.
Okay, then I'm actually going to repeat that attack, burning a divinity.
Go for it. Well, priest. 24 hits. All right. Whack. You hear, ow! Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Vigo, you're up.
I attack the bandit that's to my south.
Okay, go for it. 13 does not hit. Still does not hit. He ducks and weaves and dodges.
That's it.
Okay. Julie, you're up next.
Alright, I'm going to move, I guess, up here, and I'll attack this guy.
Okay. Crit miss. 18 hits. All right. You do hit him. You hit him hard enough. It kind of reels back a little bit, and then that's it.
I'll. No, action surge just gives me another action. It doesn't give me any more movement. Is that right?
Action surge gives you another action. You can use it to dash.
No. You know what? I'm gonna action surge because I'm gonna need a rest after this anyway. I'm gonna action surge and attack him again.
Okay. Nope.
Well, 12 hits, right?
Nope.
Hit the last guy.
Nope.
No, I hit the
Not
first
this
guy
guy.
with the 12.
Yeah, you
Oh.
did. Then did this guy.
Okay. Very well.
All right. This guy in the corner
Yeah, you
goes.
know what? I'm gonna second wind.
Yeah, action surge is bonus action, I think. No.
Is it?
No, I take that back. Hang on. Action surge. On your turn, you can take one addition. No. On top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, you can second one. I take that back. All right. This guy goes, fuck this, I'm out of here in the corner. And he is going to dash. All the way up here. Treverin, you're up.
Seeing that we're still in combat, I'm going to move up here and give that guy the good old fireball to the face.
Okay. 14 hits him. Go ahead and roll damage. Kathwack. He's injured, but still standing.
And, yeah, that's it.
Okay. The leader's out. These two around you are going to basically surround Singe and swirl around him for a minute, and you watch as the forms begin to subtly change and shift. And you watch as where they were once standing. Oops.
That's the fat one.
Where they were once standing, surrounding Singe, there are two more creatures that look just like him. And as they coalesce to look just like Singe, they're going to first attempt to push down on top of you.
Second one hits.
Okay. 6 points, and then the second one's going to get 2 swings against you. 22 will hit, 11 will not. For another 6 points. You're taking a few blows in the face, and all of you hear in Singe's voice, "That's the shapeshifter! No, that one!" And then the one next to you, Julie, before I forget, is also going to GTFO. He's going to run away. You can take a swing against him if you want. Missing. He's actually going to go over here and open the door and slam it behind him. All right. Drelloff, you're up.
Now, can I tell which one's not Singe?
No. Not by looking at him. You see 3 Singes that are fighting against one another.
Hmm. So, which one of you has tasted of dwarven meat?
I have.
Oh, shit. I guess I'll just hold action because I can't tell the difference. I don't want to hurt an ally.
All right. Okay, you're up.
How did I feel when you ate that dwarf?
What? What?
That's what I thought, and I'll smack the one that said what.
All right. Both hit. Roll damage. All right. One of the ones that said what was the one closest to you, and he is looking very badly hurt, but is still standing. All right.
That's it.
Singe, you're up.
I'm just gonna check one thing. All right. Let me just double check one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, would you count a breath weapon and a spell in the same turn?
No. Well, I mean, breath weapon would be your action. You can still cast a spell as a bonus action.
That's what I'm talking about. Or just making
Yeah,
sure.
you can do that.
All right. Well, with that being said, I'm going to turn at this guy.
Okay.
And we're going to, because I'm a little pissed right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He fails to save, taking the full 6 points of fire damage. All of you see which of the three breathes fire. It's the middle one.
And then I am going to,
And I'm sorry, Drelloff, you did have a held action, so now it's become evidently clear which one's the real one.
We'll let him finish his turn.
cast that on myself.
Okay, 5 hit points back to yourself. Anything else?
Nah, that's it. I'm just getting ready to fuck somebody
Okay,
up.
Drelloff held action.
The one to the west.
West, okay.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if you still attack the middle one.
24 hits, go ahead and roll damage. 13, all right. That hits, he's looking pretty bad off.
I want to use that searing smite charge.
Can't, bonus action. And you
Son of a-
burning. You can
Alright.
use that second attack as part of your held action. Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
All right, 26 hits. All right, that one you take out.
Sweet.
And he reverts back to a sort of amorphous gray blob as you take him out.
Ew. Ends my turn.
Okay, Vigo, you're up next.
Right, my first attack, I'm going to use a shove attack to knock the one that's to the south of me prone.
Just as a note, you can't shove and then attack. It's either shove action or 2 attacks.
If I have multiple attacks, it says the shove will take one of my attack actions.
Where do you see that?
Let's see, making an attack, shoving a creature. Make multiple attacks with the attack action. This attack replaces one of them.
Can you link that somewhere?
Yeah, because it technically is an attack action.
Um,
Or are you reading it somewhere specifically within a book?
It's from the D&D 5th edition. I just went to the information, the compendium tab, and then under making an attack. How do I link that for you guys?
Hang on. Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either knock it prone or push it away. If you're able to make multiple attacks, this attack places one of them. Okay, all right. Never mind then. You're right. So you can do that. I was wrong.
I make
What does he have to roll for the shove?
athletics check for myself.
Athletics, it's contested athletics. So if you're gonna try to shove him,
Well, it says you can use athletics against athletics or acrobatics against acrobatics. The target chooses the ability to use.
I
It's
use
gotta have to be-
strength, and then the target chooses athletics or acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah. he's using. Shouldn't have used athletics, but I've already rolled.
Technically,
So
you did athletics, yeah.
All right,
anyway, he falls prone.
and then I'll use my second attack too. And that attack should be with advantage because I'm right next to a prone person.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, 17 hits. All right,
9 damage.
9 damage. All right, he's looking bad off, but he's not quite down yet. Julie, you're up next.
All right, I'll never get to him in that scrum. Move here.
Mhm.
And take 2 shots on him with my longbow.
Go for it. 15 connects, 8 does not. All right, you pierce him, but not enough to kill him. All right.
Hold on, that was 10, so 20, 30. Okay, now I'm
Okay. He's going to spend his turn just straight up dashing away. He does not want any part of this. He has seen the rest of his warband just fall prone. Warband, not really, but he's seen everybody else just kind of die, so he is gone. He just beats ass down the northern hallway there. Treverin, you're up.
I'm gonna hold my firebolt for when the guy stands up,
He stands up.
and I hit him with the firebolt.
What?
Roll damage. It was his turn next.
That's
All right,
why I
he
was
stands
holding
up.
it.
You get him on the side of the head. He turns into an amorphous gray blob that kind of melts on Singe's back, which just shakes him off angrily. So
I immediately
he's
yell,
gone.
"Singe, I don't think those 2 are edible."
You know what? Because of the earlier comment about that they've tasted dwarf, I'm going to taste them.
So you're out of combat. There are 2 that have fled away from you. Or at the very least are in the process of fleeing away from you.
Vampires. Oh, do I know what the ones were that transformed?
You know they're doppelgangers.
Okay, well, all right, I know that much. All right.
What's back in this corner?
I turn on Kel or Cadelem and say, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah, Julie storms over and
And
roars.
then I walk up, and I go, "The same
are an
question be
annoying
said
little
for
man."
you." Running into the battle when you have a sorcerer sitting behind you.
Is my job is to get up there in the front line so that you have freedom to cast over me, but not on me or on your comrades.
You know,
Uh,
when
Do
you
you
Spells
guys
do not
have?
work that way.
when
I
you
did
think of the word-
apologize.
when you think of the word barbarian, the words cautious and tentative don't exactly come to mind.
Well, technically, you're not a barbarian, right?
No, Draloff is. He's the one saying, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
what you get for charging in with a
yeah,
sorcerer in the
yeah,
group."
but we don't care about the dwarf.
Aw. I care about the dwarf.
Except for what he tastes like.
Well, you know.
Obviously
Okay.
have some done in working well with others.
Again, I did apologize for I did it, and I tried to do my best to give you as little damage in the area as possible.
Your apologies heal our wounds. We're now resources taken for healing.
I
that we
will
could
lay
have
my
used for
hand on you.
later.
I will lay my hand on you and use that, and tell you can quit your bitching.
Thank you for the healing, but control your base instincts next time. Tactics and strategy.
Julie's angry and doesn't want to beat up his own party member, so he storms over to the door and just kicks it open. Ah!
For what it's worth, as you kick the door open, which was gently closed by the person behind you, it leads into a hallway beyond. For what it's worth, as you get a better look at the statues here, there are 3 humanoid statues. On the base of the central, lying at the base of the center statue, you actually see the bones of some sort of humanoid creature, as well as a white wooden staff that has been broken in half.
I will approach the white wooden staff.
Mhm.
Can I put it back together?
With a mending spell?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And then
As soon as you do that,
Mhm.
the staff cries out on its own, "Help! Thief! Criminal!"
And with that, I'm going to pick up the staff and hand it to the sorcerer. This has your name all over it.
I'll take the staff and go, Mom, you talk to the staff. I don't know.
From the book, the staff can be repaired with a mending cantrip. The first time the attack staff is held, it wails, "Help, thief, criminal," before its magic fades forever.
Well then.
I was just about to threaten the staff to shut up, but that works too, I guess.
So I have a white staff that pretty much is
Does nothing.
excellent. Excellent. I'll add it to my other stash of staffs that do absolutely nothing.
I just
And then I'll
picture
go
him
back over here to the leader
Welcome to Undermountain.
and I'll search him for anything useful before Singe goes to town, eating him to nothing.
Make a perception check.
All right.
Do I see anything
So-
else in this room, Kill?
Aside from the dead bodies and the statues, you can make a perception check.
All right.
Searching the bodies, you see ooh, that's a good roll.
Ooh, piece of
There's a total of 54 gold pieces in random pouches that each of these guys are carrying. And on 2 of them, hang on. No, that's all you see.
You
It's
said
54 gold.
54 gold? Okay.
Yep.
So
In
noted.
this entrance, take a quick look. What weapons were the bandits carrying that we killed?
Scimitars and light crossbows.
I'll
Singe,
take
while you're
the
looking,
headband off the leader and toss it to Julie for a trophy. Here's another trophy.
Nice. Julie takes it. Thank you.
well, okay. You got a headband. So, while you're looking at the statues here, Singe, you do notice that each of the statues has a name that has been engraved upon the base of it. From north to south, you read Onthalas, Ruenthindar, and Ilundran. However, those names have been crossed out with chalk, and new names have been added in what looks like Goblin. So, unless any of you speak Goblin, you don't know what it is.
The original names, are they familiar to me at all from... Are they Elvish? Or are they...
Make a history check.
Okay.
Julie speaks Goblin. What do you got?
Okay. The names from north to south in Goblin read Born Toothless, Stupid Skull, and Smelly Bottom.
Goblins are silly creatures.
Since you know that each of these three are the heads of old noble houses within Waterdeep.
Okay.
Do we need to take a short rest here?
I don't know if resting is a smart move. We had one that escaped to the north. Who knows what he could be doing or who he could be alerting.
I'm in agreement with that. We should probably find him before he gets too far.
Also have door there and a hallway in front of me here.
Well, we saw the one run directly to the north, right?
Yes.
It's true. That is a known enemy, so probably we should go that way and tackle him as opposed to.
I
Well-
agree with that.
Let me humor me for a second, because I have a curiosity here. Where does this hallway
So
lead?
my humor with your antics is kind of at a low point.
I just wanted to see. Yeah, this circles back around down here.
Yep.
So where does this door lead?
As soon as you open that door, you're opening it. A pile of ceramic plates falls and breaks in front of you, creating a loud noise.
Huh.
Great.
Well, then
If
I will
that
walk
one to
back.
the north did not alert somebody, that sure definitely did.
Well, to be fair, they would have already heard us.
They heard you coming.
I mean, they would have heard the white staff screaming, "Help, thief!"
That's true.
Yeah, Julie's not trying to be quiet.
Then regroup, everybody. Let's move north.
Fair enough.
Bring them on. I prefer a straight fight to the sneaking around. Everyone go. I'll pick up the rear end.
All branch to the left.
Looks like straight's a dead end. So
I'm just gonna go check and see if straight is a dead end. Do I notice anything odd about the hallway?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Actually, you do. You see, there is a 1-inch diameter hole. All right. There's a
wow.
1-inch diameter hole bored through a few inches above the floor. And you think you could probably finagle your way into opening the door. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you choose to open the secret door.
I'll approach. I'll be like, "There's a secret door. There's a door up this way. Maybe he ran through here."
I'll back you up.
I
What's
assume
in there?
that's up here.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that just scared the shit out of me, dude. Because
What?
K's, what do you call it, is all the way at the end. It looks like a fucking character token. And I'm like, look at the size of that thing.
so
I've done that 3 or 4 times already tonight.
You're
lying
welcome.
around this part of the room, as you enter into the main chamber here, are a dozen empty bedrolls, a dusty floor here. Covering the walls are frescoes that depict villagers and farmers being terrorized by a giant bat.
Nope, I'm out. Frescoes.
Julie closes the door behind him. The
Okay.
secret door.
You say there are bedrolls and such?
Empty bedrolls, yep, on the dusty floor.
On a dusty
And
floor.
yes, and Kay, as you get into that corner of the room, resting on a 2-foot high block of gray stone is a wooden coffin covered in cobwebs. The coffin is intact, and it has an obvious 1-inch diameter hole that has been bored into its panel.
Can I push the top off of it?
You can.
Do I see any footprints in the dust?
You see multiple footprints in the dust.
So this has been used.
Vigo, you see Kay make his way over to a coffin and attempt to push the lid off.
Oh,
You'd assist.
Okay. Pushing off the top of the wooden coffin. A vampire attack? No. But you do see that the lid is unlocked, and inside is a thin layer of grave dirt that has been flattened down. That suggests that a creature has slept here before. At the moment now, there is a vial of holy water resting atop the dirt. The coffin is otherwise empty.
I'll approach.
Yeah, you're the holy one. Well, I guess. Do I know anything from my past about why the holy water would be resting on this?
Make a religion check. It's likely meant to be a serve as a repellent should the creature that once slept in here or a similar creature might try to claim its place.
I guess I'm gonna peek around inside a little bit more. Is there anything like buried underneath it or anything like that?
Not that you find.
How big is this room?
Big as you see it,
The height.
40 feet.
I'm gonna look up. Anything hanging around the ceilings?
Make a perception check.
Oh fuck.
When suddenly roared.
I'll say, a visit from old friend?
No. But you do see there are 1-inch diameter holes that are bored into the ceilings.
Do I know what the significance of the 1-inch diameter holes is?
Religion check.
Giant woodpecker.
Carpenter bees.
So you don't know much about vampires, but you do know that they can turn into mist. And based on the holes, you assume that they are meant for a vampire, presumably who was living in these chambers, to go in and out in mist form.
Man, I wish I had some corks.
The vampire tries to go through. Thunk, thunk. What the fuck? I know this was open a day ago. All right, I'm going to check out the bedrolls.
The powerful vampire lord Count Victor Strongthoughts was beaten and unable to regenerate in his chambers, frozen to death by the sun by the power of a
fucking corks.
corks.
Well, I didn't get bottles of
I did.
ale.
Oh, holy
So
water.
they have to be
Me.
capped, right?
I have elven wine on me. I have one cork.
I'm going to check out the
Wait.
bedrolls.
Wait. Is it earth? Can you mold them shut?
It's stone.
Damn.
The grave dirt is not, though.
The grave dirt isn't.
Can we throw pockets of grave dirt up and have him mold them midair to the ceiling?
Jesus.
You could.
I'll look at Treverin and wink and share my plan.
To be fair,
You-
dirt or stone. So that I could mold it.
Okay. You cork the holes.
Yep. So
That vampire's going to
There
be
you go.
so pissed.
one for each hole.
Ugh.
Oh, shit.
Somewhere hiding amongst the dark of the city at this time of night They find in the morning little more than a pile of dust somewhere close to Troll Skull Alley. No one knows why the dust is there. It smells faintly of rot.
Oh shit.
And satisfied that we have stopped one more vampire, I walk out of the room.
To be fair, if it was near Troll Skull Alley, we needed to do that anyway. It was near our
That's true.
tavern.
You know, it'd be really a bitch, right? If he was like a good customer of ours.
I mean, we haven't seen that guy in quite some time, have we?
I am going to check the bedrolls.
They're empty.
Okay, I'm going to work my way back out.
Okay.
You don't notice that Carl's been a little tardy recently? Haven't seen him in a few days. I hope that man's all right.
Meanwhile, he was like the most jovial vampire that we ever met. This poor son of a bitch.
He was our best paying customer too. He always left big tips.
He really liked the beholder that was in the middle of the room. He was like, "I like to dance here."
Why are our profits down all of a sudden?
Someone on our gold list suddenly isn't coming in anymore. I don't know what happened.
You got
Frequent.
court.
On a side note, other patrons start showing up a lot more and disappearing a lot less.
Yeah, but now we have this overstock of wine. I mean, the sales on that have just gone down.
Jesus.
We'll sell it back to Durnan later.
All right, you need to move one tile forward if you're going to open that door.
Oh shit.
All right, Vigo, you opening the door? Yes, no, maybe? You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
Bear, are you there?
Yes.
That's a yes.
Oh,
So,
hello.
as soon as you open the door, a large automaton creature is going to slam down on top of you with its fists. Or attempt to, anyway. That one will hit. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as a fist meets your face.
Roll initiative, I assume.
And you see a woman dressed as a vampire countess in the back go, "Now!" And yes, roll initiative.
Like how you said, dressed as a vampire. Not that she was a vampire. Dressed as a vampire.
Son of a bitch.
What is going on there, guys?
Alrighty. So, the lady dressed as a vampire is going to shift down over here and pulling out a couple of daggers, she's going to fling them in Vigo's direction. One hits, one falls. Yeah, well, that's the character token. I can't do anything about it. So 4 points of damage against you, Vigo. Actually, I wonder. No. Okay. Never mind. All right. That's your turn. Treverin, you're up.
All right, give me one quick second here. I'm going to move here. And just check my radius. Right about there. And I'm gonna cast that.
Fireball! Fireball!
Good roll on the damage.
Jesus!
Okay. Well, I'm going to roll for one guy in the back there. who fails, taking the full 34 points of fire damage. That's going to be for Mr. Blobby. But the others only have a max HP of 11. Whoosh!
And then I'll turn towards Vigo and say, "See what I mean? It could have been a lot worse earlier."
This
As
is a
you get ready to
learning
unleash the fireball,
experience.
you see, in fact, the one bandit that ran away is clutching like stab wounds in his side. And as you get ready to just unleash it, he looks around, takes a brief look back at his companions behind him, uncorks the fake teeth from his mouth, puts them down at the side. Neil gets down on his knees and raises his hands up to the heavens before he is incinerated. Those last thoughts crying out, "Dear God, why me?"
And you ready? So I'm not done yet.
Of course not. What else are you doing?
I'm doing this, and I'm going to bamf right next to her and attempt to charm her, because I'm still at autumn.
Okay. What's that? Oh, charisma save? Wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
She's charmed.
Okay, and then I'll tell her to attack the big blob dude. This dude when it's her turn.
The shield guardian?
Yep.
Okay. Singe, you're up.
Singe is gonna make his way here, and he's noted because we have not actually rested or anything, knowing that god damn it, Vigo is taking some damage, is going to cast healing word on him
Mm-hmm.
at level 3. Oh, that fucking sucked.
I'll say.
But he's going to get 8 hit points back, and let's see, 1. And with that, I'm going to move down to here to get ready to engage.
As you're making your way into the room, by the way, to give you some details, in the center of the room, there's actually the bones, skull, rotted leather wing flaps, and the stinger of what looks like a wyvern, which is, these guys are all sitting around. And when you actually cast the fireball centered upon, they are Treveran. So now it's singed. Singed skeletal wyvern. You also see there's this throne on the raised dais here. It's a high-backed throne that is made out of interwoven bleached bones. Each of the bones' armrests is carved to resemble a fanged snake, and then along the wall there are empty torch brackets made out of fluted, discolored bronze. For what all that's worth. Julie, you're up next.
Just a note, I don't see the big guy in the initiative order.
Yeah, I don't either. He must not have added him. Or I forgot to roll for him, whatever. There he is. So your turn.
All right. I move there and attack the big guy.
Okay, go for it.
Give me a description.
He is this large construct-looking fellow that is made out of iron and wood. It seems to be moving somewhat on its own. Okay, the 10 does not hit. The 23 does. All right. You slice into the creature. Bits of splintered wood begin to kind of echo off of it. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's it. I took a full move, so I'm done.
Okay, Kay, you're up.
I will form my great sword,
Shing!
and let's see. I want to get to the other side of it here, over here,
You can do so.
and then I'm gonna give 2 good thwacks to it.
Go for it. Okay, 11 misses, 24 does not.
Well, there's that.
All right. You slice into the creature. You watch as bits of splintered wood begin to kind of fly off of it, as well as bits of metal.
And just like Billy Mays, but wait, there's more.
All right.
Oops. There you go.
All right. Another 19 force damage, and the target is automatically knocked prone. So you knock this gigantic construct on its ass.
That's it.
Okay. All my 11 hit point guys have been incinerated. Mushy guy up here is going to move forward. That's as far as he can get. He's going to just stay there. All right. The guy that you knocked prone, it's his turn next. He's going to get back up. Also, at the start of his turn, it looks like some of the damage that you've done to it seems like it regenerates a little bit or dissipates a little bit. And as he gets back up, taking 2 fists, he's going to punch into UK.
Miss.
Both attacks are miss. Vigo, you're up next.
Move in. I will shove to push down.
Okay. He is going to athletics hit. Wow.
Wow.
The bigger they are. All right. You knock him prone.
Now that he's prone, I'll make my attack.
All right.
Just want to point out, a halfling just pushed this huge ass construct down.
Well, actually, what size is it? Is it medium?
It's large.
Then I can't do that. I can only do one size bigger than myself.
Okay. That's what I was wondering about in the back of my head. Like, can he actually push that down? Because you're technically tiny size, so
All right,
I
so
think
small, not
small.
small.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So you
Okay,
only push
so
medium
He's
creatures.
not a pixie.
right.
Back it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just 2 regular attacks then. So
All right, 25 and
the
26.
25,
Cool.
the 25 was with the shove down. So
Yeah, but
I'll
it
count the
was
first
the
roll.
first
So,
roll.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
usually
I'll
take the
count.
left roll first, no matter what.
yeah.
what I'm saying, the
So
25 was when he was prone. So since that didn't happen, that's not a roll.
your first roll and the damage die, regardless, would be counted as a 25. So basically,
Okay.
it would be like a 9. If you rolled advantage and the first roll was a 9 and the second roll was a 17, I would make the 9 count.
Okay.
As an example.
So
So,
first damage,
both 12 points.
5 piercing. So 15 total.
Yep, you're right. All
That's
right, Gerloff, you're up next.
I think I counted. Yes, I did. Oh, smack the big guy.
All right.
And no, I'm not raged. Okay, click off. Attack with advantage falls of reckless hit. Okay, that's turned off.
Okay. Are you recklessly attacked?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So 23 hits. 12 points of damage. All right. All right, 13 misses.
But I'm gonna use a bonus action to hit him with a searing smite with the cauterizer. He's got 3 charges.
Okay, sure.
I don't
And
roll
your...
that.
Hang on. Did I add that to your spells? I did not. That's okay. Oops, shit. I'll just pull it up so I can look at it. Go ahead and just roll an extra d6 point of damage. Okay, so you do an extra 4 points of fire damage to it, and the target is on fire.
Cool. Ends my turn.
All right, and you burn a charge of it, so mark that down somewhere. And magic items, where's that page? Cauterizer, I know I copy pasted it over. Did I write DC? DC is 14. Okay. Alrighty. The one you have charmed is going to follow your orders, move up next to the construct. Taking her scimitars and daggers is going to slash into it. 22 hits, the other 2 attacks don't. She does a little bit of damage to the creature.
Is it the bearded lady?
She's not bearded. It's just a token. Treverin, you're up
Looks
next.
like a lady.
All right. I'm going to shift down to here and aimed at that guy. Oh, what kind of ugliness can I do to him? You know what? Let's do this instead.
Lord.
Crit
And
miss.
miss. Lovely.
It's a shame you're not playing your wild
I
magic
know. My wild sorcerer had so much better luck with that damn thing.
sorcerer.
All right.
All right.
That's my turn.
Sind, you're up.
Gonna move to here. And I'm gonna cast Hold Person on that guy.
Okay. And I'm sorry, we're casting Hold Person on this guy up here?
Yep.
Okay. Wisdom save. What's your DC?
I think you might have beat me. Hold on.
I thought it
Yeah,
was
you tied me.
14.
Died? Okay, then he
Yep.
beats it.
Yep.
Alrighty. You attempt to cast off the spell. He resists. Julie, you're up next.
I'll wail on him again.
Okay, go for it.
And I get an extra attack with that crit.
Yep.
That won't hit.
Nope. Alright, your two other attacks will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, 15 on the first strike. And another 15 on the crit. So you whack into this creature hard. Bits of iron and wood go flying almost everywhere. Okay,
That's
you're
it.
up next.
I will try to give him 2 smacks as well.
Alright. Okay. He will take the 19. He cannot, or he will block the 10. Okay. This creature takes a lot of heavy hits, and it looks like it's getting ready to about go down.
That'll be it.
Okay. This one is going to shift forward. Right up next to you, Treverin. And it's going to slam into you twice. The 16 will hit you.
Yes.
6 points of damage. Alright. The construct is going to... First off, he's going to regain a little bit of his health at the start of his turn. And then he has to make a Constitution save against the fire burn. So he is no longer on fire. And does not take damage. And then at the start of his turn, he is going to turn around in your direction and punch you twice, or attempt to.
Who?
You.
Okay.
Crit. And that's a crit. 12 points of damage from the crit. Ego, you're up next.
We'll make 2 attacks at the lower leg area.
All right. Crit. Still hits.
Is 13.
It's
Yeah, 11.
Okay.
And
3.
3,
Two.
so 14 total.
Yep, you're right. You're right. All right. Drelloff, you're up.
Smack at the big guy. See, Reckless is on. Okay, Reckless loses the attack.
$24 hits. Oh, fuck. I forgot to roll with advantage against you because you keep recklessing. I got to keep remembering that. All right, 13 hits. 13 points of damage. 22 hits. you deal one final critical strike against the armaments of this creature and cause it to collapse over.
Ends my turn.
All right. On the leader's turn, she's charmed by Treverin. She's not charmed by you. So once the construct is down, she's going to turn on you, Dreloff, and attack you.
Oh, good dog.
And she has advantage because you're reckless. 17 beat your AC? It does.
I'm 16. Yeah.
14 points of damage there. Finally, dagger attack. 16, that's going to tie your AC. That means it hits. Another 7 points of damage there. Treverin, you're up next.
All right. First thing I do is I yell at my turn one and say, "Drop your weapons and lay down on the ground." And then I have a quick question because this is kind of a unique situation. I'm not usually in melee. Normally in melee range, they have disadvantage when I try to cast something that's engaged with me. Correct?
If you try to cast a ranged spell while someone is engaged with you in melee, you have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. If it's a ranged spell.
Mhm.
All right. So then, aiming at this guy, because I don't think this is considered a ranged spell, I'm going to cast that straight north.
Yeah, it's not even an attack roll. He just has to make a dex save. So
Right. Okay. So that works. All right. I just want to make sure I wasn't metaing it.
Yeah, agonizers is kind of like a unique thing to that.
yep. So he crit on the save. So he's going to take half of that damage. He's still standing.
Okay.
All right. Sindge, you're up next.
He is going to close and he's going to attack him.
All right.
Oof.
Nope.
Oh, fuck
Your
it.
mace gets stuck as you try to unsheath it.
I'm going to
Or
try
hammer.
again for, what do you call it? There we go.
That'll hit him. All right. You bludgeon him hard. Not quite dead, but looks like he's one more attack and that'll do it. Julie, you're up next.
All right, Julie will step here and attack that guy.
Okay. 22 hits. All right. That's just going to take him out.
All right, then he's going to step here and attack that one.
Okay. Crit.
And again,
I was gonna say Julie, stop, but never mind.
And that'll hit too. Which, because she is now taking damage, she's no longer charmed.
I know. We were gonna question her, Julie.
question her corpse.
Question their corpse, question their corpse. Okay, you're up.
Kill things and take their stuff. Kill things and take their stuff. That's
I'll
Julie.
walk up beside him as well.
Both attacks will land. Wow, on that last one. All right, she's looked like she's about to keel over. Those two are out of the fight. Vigo, you're up next.
Got that covered, so turns over.
Okay. Dreloff, you're up next.
Attack with reckless. So I hit.
15 connects. Yep. All right. How do you want to do this?
Chop her fucking head off.
All right. You take your axe. You hear Treverin go, "Oh, we were going to quit." Fucking, never mind. And the head is off. You're out of combat.
I just go over in the corner and just shaking my head and sit down.
Okay.
I go over
Oh.
and I go over and consult consult Treverin and be like, I I think questioning would have been a good idea too.
I'll walk over, grab the head, walk over to Treverin and say, "You can question her now."
Julie will search the body.
Okay.
If
Go ahead.
Truly walks over and brings me the head, I'm hitting them in the face with this.
It misses.
He's lucky.
Valov, he casts a firebolt at you.
That was getting rather cold.
So Kelly, I have
As
to ask
you're-
you something.
Hang on a sec. Julie, you said you were inspecting the body?
Yeah, I'm gonna rifle through the pockets and stuff.
Okay. She
Yes.
herself is carrying 50 gold. Nothing else, really.
Alrighty. So noted.
What's your question?
So I know specters can't speak, but do they still retain memories and still like non-verbally communicate?
In what it depends on. It depends. So
'Cause,
if you're talking about a fixed specter, then a specter is basically the manifestation of a being who retains the portion of who they once were. In a case of with something like Speak with the Dead, it's an echo of who they were. It's not really them.
No, I'm saying like if this person we just killed became a specter, could it non-verbally communicate to us in an intelligent way?
Possibly.
Okay, because now it's mine.
You didn't slay it.
Still hit it. Still there when it
Mhm.
died.
You have to slay it. When you slay a humanoid, you didn't do the slaying blow. You can cause its spirit to rise from its corpse as a specter.
He got you there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take a look at the throne.
The throne is made out of bleached bones. The is sitting on the raised dais. The bones look like they've been bleached. Each of the armrests are carved to resemble a fanged snake. It has a velvet seat cushion.
Upon closer investigation, anything unique about it other than the symbolism on it?
Make a perception check. It looks like the velvet seat cushion could probably be lifted up.
I'm going to lift the velvet seat cushion.
Okay. As soon as you attempt to lift the velvet seat cushion, you do so, but the two armrests of the snakes magically animate and move to bite you.
Okay.
The first one, as it attempts to bite you, rolls a 26.
It hits me.
The second one, as it moves to bite you. Oops.
I
Apparently
was
didn't
gonna
do
say
the
it
roll.
rolled another 26. Jesus.
No, 14.
Second one misses. First one hits.
Okay. All right. So from the first one, you're going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just deduct that first.
$16 is good enough. You take half damage,
Which is
12 points of
Ooh.
poison damage.
12 points. Puts me at 10. And then I'm casting Dispel Magic on the throne.
Okay, the magic is dissipated.
I'm going to open the fucking lid again.
Jack shit under there. Looks like somebody took it long ago.
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Wait, there's a shit there that someone took long ago. So is it
Yes.
like fossilized and hard?
Yep. Somebody else, like maybe an adventurer, who knows how long ago, took whatever was hidden in this hidden compartment, probably slew the wyvern that's in the middle of this room, and just took a shit underneath the hidden compartment of this chair.
With my
Oh shit!
with the damage from the snakes or snake per se. I'm the every this is all basically a sealed room if we close all the doors, correct?
You'd think so.
All right. Well, because you said that, do I see any other entrances or exits?
Might
There
need
are
a
4 doors that
portal.
enter into this room.
Right. No, I got that. But is there any other way in or out of this room other than the 4 doors?
No,
Okay.
not that you know of.
Kelly, you said that the captain was dressed, disguised as a vampire. Does it like have a
Vampire
cape?
Countess.
Does it have like a
Yep.
cape and stuff? All right, I'm gonna take the cape for myself.
Okay.
Might use it for
It's a
something
black
later.
It's a black velvet cape that has sort of a
Perfect.
red underline.
Yep, perfect. I will take it.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest to Vigo that resting may not be the best thing, but a short rest is needed.
I can go for a short rest.
Yeah,
Concur. Think
All right.
there's too many ingress points to this room. Let's check this door down here. Maybe there's a more defensible position with only one door behind us as opposed to 4.
After you, but I'm going to lag behind.
Open this
I'll
door
step up.
to the southwest.
Okay. Inside, you see. Well, from where you are, you don't see anything. It looks like it leads into a hallway that curves back around.
Hallway. Let's go.
Okay, it curves around eventually into a small room that has been furnished with a lantern resting atop a wooden trunk that has been painted with pictures of clowns. There is a frayed circular rug. There's a folding wooden privacy screen. There's also a bed in here.
Search the walls to see if there's any hidden entrances or anything.
Any holes that
Use-
need molded?
You search and don't see anything.
Well,
Let's check
this
that
is-
trunk out.
This looks like a better place for a rest.
Inside the trunk, it is unlocked. Moving the lantern aside, inside you see is a disguise kit, as well as a small selection of theater costumes and props.
Julie kind of turns his nose up, and while we're all looking at it, he's like, "Is this worth anything?" What kind of costumes and props? Are they all like vampire costumes?
No. It looks like a whole lot of different various costumes. There's one for a vampire, there's one for a noble, there's one for a commoner. It gives you the sense that the person who owned this room was probably an actor or actress at some point.
Anything under the rug?
No.
That looks like a good
Back and
short
shut.
rest room to me.
Okay.
Use the privacy screen to make a slowdown in that hallway. Something someone can sit behind while they're on guard duty. That privacy screen is probably worth a ton, but we'll never get it out of here in one piece.
All right, I'll take the privacy screen and lay it on its side and jam it in this from corner to corner where I'm at.
Okay.
How tall? I mean, as long as I can look over it.
You as a halfling probably can't look over it. You'd have to.
Shit, even on its side. Never mind. That's a bad idea then.
Well, I'm sorry, I take that back. On its side, you could look over it.
I'm just gonna put it on its side and block off all this thing the screen is, but
Okay.
take first watch.
I put a bonfire in the center of the room.
Short rest is what, 4 hours?
Short
One.
rest is 1 hour.
Okay.
Now, because you guys have made a lot of noise making your way up here, I need one of you, Baku, to roll a d20.
I vote Kent.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, no random encounters.
Okay. All right. I have to burn some hit
So we're just
dice.
doing a short rest, not a long rest, after we went through all the trouble of getting barricaded in here.
You can do a long rest if you want. It makes a
I'm just
difference to me.
asking before I start burning hit dice.
It's up to you guys. I feel very depleted.
Yeah, take a long rest. I'll take a watch. Not a problem. Probably gonna need more d20s though.
Yep.
Well, I'm down with it.
All right, I will. I'm taking first watch then.
Okay. In that case, if you're taking first watch, I need you to roll a d20 for me. No random encounters yet. The night goes by without a bother.
Oh, for a long rest, do you just regain the hit points, or do I have to roll hit dice?
You
For a long rest,
regain.
if it is successful, you regain all the stuff. You don't have to worry about rolling hit dice. All your hit dice come back. All your hit points come back. All your spell slots come back. So, if you're taking the first watch, who's taking the second?
I can. I just need a short rest, so it doesn't really bother me any.
Okay.
Foop foop.
Roll d20. Now roll d8 for me.
I don't like that.
Between campaigns, Killy did some studying up on some random encounters.
As okay, now make a perception check for me, Kay.
Oh boy.
Okay. You listen. You watch. You wait. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Who's taking the third watch?
Julie will. I only needed the short rest too.
Okay. Julia, you already rolled your d20 earlier. I'm not going to have you roll it. Oh, I'm sorry. I had Sindra roll his. So this will be the last d20. Go ahead and just roll d20 for me. See if anything extra happens. Okay. Since he failed on his perception check earlier, go ahead and make a perception check yourself. Okay. You hear the sound of as you begin to basically change shifts. Julie, you hear the sound of chittering and the sound of what sounds like something eating on the other side of the door.
I'll let everyone know, and then I will move to here just to keep an eye on the door and be ready in case something comes through. Otherwise, I'm not taking any action. Maybe it'll pass.
Okay. Roll percentile dice.
Oh, they added D100 to the little shortcut thing.
Wow.
Good roll.
Boom.
You hear the chittering go away. After it takes several hours, but eventually you hear it go away. Okay, so in the interest of time, no, but whoever takes the fourth watch, you don't need to roll d20. You guys do get the benefits of a long rest. When you wake up and head back into the main room, oops. When you get back up and make your way into the main room, all of the bodies are gone.
And Kelly, as I come out of trance, I cast Mage Armor on myself, just
Okay.
What about
as a habit.
is the construct gone as well?
All of them are gone
Okay.
as soon as I.
As a
I'm psionic.
curious party, do I have any idea what could have possibly done that after the warning of the chittering?
Good janitors in
Mm,
this dungeon.
make a history check.
History.
It could have been any number of things. Most likely a creature of the Underdark, but you have no idea what.
All right, fair enough. Oh,
Drell, you figure the same.
everything is going in the room, right? All the bodies that we killed. What about
The
the wyvern?
bodies, that's still there.
Anything special about the wyvern?
There are shards of what looks to be some sort of crystal around it, and it's partially scorched from an earlier fireball.
What? Anything special about the crystal shards?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, Jesus. They're just pieces
You
of
think
glass.
you think it's glass. You just think it's glass.
Jesus.
Treveran, you think they might have been some sort of container.
Like pieces of a container, or them in their circle make a container?
No, like pieces of a container.
Okay. All right. I relay that to Singe since he was the curious one about it.
Well, I suppose door number 1 or door number 2.
I'll move to this one and open it.
Okay. On the other side of that door, you see a couple of tables, sitting upon which are 3 disguise kits and 3 backpacks. Each backpack is stuffed with 11 days of rations, if you decide to take it. And there are also 2 oil lanterns that have been burnt out.
I would like to take one backpack.
Okay.
And you say
You
it's
get 11
11
days.
days of rations?
11 days of rations.
Okay.
Julie will put those into the bag.
Okay.
I will let the party
Ho.
catch up, and I will open the next door.
Okay. Opening the door beyond, you see there are what appears to be a long hallway off to the east of you, as well as 6 pillars in front of you that curve back around to the west. For the pillars on your west, there are tiny indentations amongst them that stretch the length of the hallway. The indentations are empty. There is an alcove that you can barely make out in the northwest corner of the room, sitting upon which is a rusty pile of armor. On the right side, down the hallway, are several statues that look like they've been made out of granite. They are life-size and depict several human warriors facing inward, standing atop row upon row of pedestals that runs through the hallway. The ceiling of this chamber is 20 feet high in the hallway and is covered with webs.
Thick webs, cobwebs.
Cobwebs.
Okay. I'm just going to approach to here. Um, do I see anything that would be even close to a trap or anything?
Make a perception check. You don't, not from where you are, but as you get closer, you do see the body of a spider lying between 2 of the statues.
I'm going to call for one of the poles.
The Polish?
No.
Vigo has one.
What?
No, that would be my own people. No, one of the 10-foot poles, if we're or whatever they are.
Okay. Vigo, what did you say you were doing?
Moving over here to
Okay. That hallway goes to the
secure this
south, like I
side.
Okay. The hallway moves to the south,
Further.
like I said. There's a rusty set of armor in the alcove to the north of you.
Julie will give you one of the 10-foot poles. So-
Okay, it looks like there's another room up there.
I'll stroll up really quick.
Okay. In that room, you see a maggot-ridden corpse of what looks like a human lying face down on the floor. Next to him is a scimitar, a light crossbow, and a pouch of money.
I'll look around first before I approach the body.
You don't see anything.
Um,
I want the money pouch.
It's empty.
Damn. I'll walk back.
I'm gonna use the 10-foot pole. I'm just gonna push onto the floor and see if I can hit the body of the spider. I assume regular spider, big spider, small spider, what?
It's a small. It's a fairly large size spider, and it's down
Oh,
the hallways a bit.
it's all the way down there.
Yep.
From here, can I see if it looks like it was cut or if it's dead or
It looks like it's riddled with crossbow bolts.
fun?
Sounds like that's a trap.
Um, hey guys, I think there's
Yes, sir.
I think there's some traps down this hallway. I'm gonna use the 10-foot pole and put pressure on the floor like here.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nope.
How about that one?
Nothing.
Um, I assume these are blocking the entire corner the outside, correct? Like there would be no way to shimmy behind them.
No, not really. There are spaces in between them that you can walk, like into the doorway here, but otherwise, no.
I'm gonna push on one of the statues. Anything happen?
It's too sturdy and does not move. The statue itself does have a name on it. All of them do, but the names have long since faded, and several of the statues have been chipped or defaced in some way.
Small friend.
Yes.
See, I knew he knew who he was. I am going to
I'll
cast
throw a
cat.
halfling.
No, I'm going to cast this on you. I suspect this is trapped, but I can't be sure. Not by pushing on the pole or nothing else.
Okay. Vigo, you are empowered with a spell boosting your AC.
Would you like to
You feel
try?
divine protection as you move forward. As you push forward a little bit, Vigo, presumably with a torch or a light or something, you see the body of another dead giant spider in the north, also riddled with crossbow bolts.
Has anything happened to Vigo as he's walked through?
No.
Does the giant spider look like it's heavier than Vigo?
Easily.
He goes 150 pounds right now.
I have no idea what my weight is.
Your character sheet under your items.
Oh, we're gonna find out if this gets pressed off real quick. I'm gonna take a step
Put your
forward.
weight at 240. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anything happen?
No.
Slowly, I'm going to progress down the hall.
Okay.
I'll follow behind, I guess.
See a door and a hallway to the right here.
Am I near the spider, Killy? The first one?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look at it. Just anything odd about it, anything other than the riddled with crossbow bolts.
Make a perception check.
Oof.
Nothing stands out. It's a giant spider. It's been riddled with crossbow bolts. Most certainly dead.
How does it look like it's been dead for long?
A couple of days, maybe.
All right. As I'm walking down, do I see any slits for crossbows or anything like that?
Make another perception check.
Wow.
You don't see anything.
All right.
Okay. Kay's getting impatient. He's gonna start strolling.
Kay's leg is a fairy.
You fall down a pit and get ambushed by a cranium rat. Kidding.
What's up with all? Are these all pillars? You said
They're
Those are all
statues.
statues.
statues. Are they all different?
They are all different. They depict various humanoid figures. However, the names have been faded, and many of the statues are defaced.
Well,
Kelly,
I'm
I'm gonna
going.
look at this first statue. Does the statue itself look like it's been like chipped at by the same crossbow? Like it's been damaged in a battle or something or a fight?
It looks like it's maybe had some crossfire fights, and not just by crossbow bolts, but maybe by sword slashes, by bludgeoning damage. Like
Okay.
fights have happened up and down this hallway in the
Okay.
past, and these statues also look like they may have been faded over with time.
Okay. I was just curious.
Kelly,
I'll relay
anything
that to the guys.
I've been
You are
That,
not the
focused.
first to wander the halls of Undermountain.
yeah.
I've been looking at the ground this entire time, or the walls. Anything above us?
Not that you see.
All right. I'm gonna close the K and Vigo.
Draloff, you make your way to the opposite end of the hallway. There are several doors and one passageway, but the hallway here ends in a set of double doors.
I'm gonna wait for my compatriots to catch up.
Wait, I kind of want to see what's on this door to the north and south.
So do I. But I'm also afraid that it'll set off a whole bunch of crossbows firing down the hall.
There was a door down this hallway too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that door though leads to that room we just came out of.
Which one?
No,
What,
it
the
doesn't. I
door down
lied.
the hallway?
It definitely doesn't. I lied. There was no east door.
Right.
I'm okay with checking this door down here then first.
Guys, hold on. I'm on motion for them to move back a little first.
Draloff, you hear your party calling back for you.
We'll move forward down the hallway. Still
Okay.
looking for traps or anything like that.
Julie will
Nothing
listen to the
stands out.
door.
You don't hear anything.
Will it open? He'll open it.
It will. The room inside is small, and as you peer inside, you see the room. The door, I should say, squeals on its hinges and opens up to reveal a reversed room. A fireplace hangs from the ceiling, casting shadows across the den. Bookshelves hang upside down. There are ancient tomes just flying
Oh, Killy, you cut off there, bud.
across the room. Some of them float in the middle of the air, open on their spines. There is a high-backed chair set firmly on the ceiling. Its arms have been nicked and scarred. Hovering in the midst of all of this, you see a rather plain-looking bronze mask. It seems to be floating just within arm's reach.
I do not like the looks of this room.
Julie will grab it.
As soon as you grab the bronze mask, you hear a and the illusion of the reverse disappears. But the bronze mask in your hand is quite real.
Anything special
bronze-
about it?
Bronze
Is it
mask
just
is
like
what now?
a bronze domino mask?
It looks kind of like a bronze theater mask, but it has
Oh, theater mask.
and it has an expression of pure joy.
I am going to see if it has any magic to it.
You detect a faint magical trace, but the exact nature of it, you're not sure.
Does Killy sound like that to anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
very faint and staticky.
Hang on. Change this Discord settings again. Then.
So you just sound like, I don't know, you're talking into the
You know,
wind, I guess.
well, it doesn't sound like wind. It almost sounds like you're like doing this to like your mic a little. Like it's like rubbing up against something.
We'll throw
Hang
the.
on. Check,
Alright.
check, check. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sound okay now?
It's
I can
still
hear you
there,
still
but
staticky and the.
it's not as bad.
Oh, there he goes.
Does anyone have the identify spell?
Check mic, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Try
It-
reconnecting your headset.
Any change?
Yep.
Much better. Perfect.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just happened suddenly. It was really weird.
We can identify it. If anyone has the identify spell, I'll just deduct 100 gold.
I am actually going to ask to take it.
I can't.
Well, we don't even know what it is yet.
I know, but I kind of want to wear it.
Be my guest. Julie hands it to you.
I'm going to slip it on.
You see him slip on the bronze mask, and at the moment, nothing seems to happen.
Okay, I try to take it off.
It comes off.
I'll just sling it around my belt for right now.
Okay. You carry the bronze mask, and after having entered into that and grabbed yourselves an interesting piece of gear, you begin to make your way further into Undermountain. It is 10:50. We're going to call it a night here, guys.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.